49ers bring pressure. Two inside backers come down the sideline. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown.
Hang on. Love to Watson to a one-score game.
Hey, this is Ahman Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leader in rusher. Bill, the Packer fan, and Packer owner, Nick. They run a website for Packer news and updates, and I know Packer news hasn't been so great lately because we got some players that are not Packers anymore that you loved at one time, but you might hate a little bit right now.
Two great running backs. We have a competent offensive line.
He's saying that he felt in November and December that they didn't want him back.
Get a little safety in that position. Either we go.
There's no reason to believe we can't return, but.
And they already came out. There's a couple guys that came out and said that Rodgers is telling what
solution of it, and don't let them go for anything under than one.
And you know what, Packer fans? The Bears still suck. So go Pack Go, and good luck to you, Bill and Nick. Their website and their Packer news. Talk to you later.
It's a lot easier to come in and skip doing mop-up duty, but he threw the ball all. He kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers the way he was throwing the ball sidearm and just flicking the wrist, and the ball was just jumping out of his hands. Agreed.
Hey everybody, this is Gerhard de Beer, former Green Bay Packer offensive lineman, and you're watching Frozen Tundra Network with Bill the Packer fan and Packer owner Nick. Enjoy.
Welcome to Frozen Tundra Network.
What's up?
Finally.
What's up?
Finally.
We were not here last week because, well, unfortunately, Rob, he had to go to counseling. Now, what we're going to start with is we have JR on the show today.
Let's start with it, bro.
Usually on the show, but we appreciate you for being here. So thank you very much, JR. Obviously, we have A-Dub. We have John Dorn. And we got my man Rob over here. Now, since JR is not usually on the show, we're going to start with letting him know that Ahman Green said my name and not his. Now, we had preseason game 1 versus the Bengals, right? After we had a joint practice all week and all that stuff. So let's talk about what happened, fellas. I'm not even going to say anything to start this. I want you guys to embellish. Now, I think obviously we would start with Jordan Love's performance. Go ahead, JR, since you're one of the newer ones on this segment. Go ahead and start.
Man, I think he did great for his first off. I think he did great as a quarterback so far. He only did 2 drives, I'm assuming.
It was only 2 drives. You were correct.
Was it? It was 2 drives. Okay. So yeah, he did great to my standards that I've seen that he did. So I mean, I have no complaints about him. I don't know what else to say about him. He did great.
All right. Well, A-Dub, our most favorite quiet guy on this show, I want you to say everything that you need to say about what you saw in preseason game 1 against the Bengals.
Well, as far as the way we started out, Jordan Love definitely had a decent showing for us, going 7 of 10 for 46 yards and a TD pass to Romeo Doubs. Every part of me was watching Jordan Love to make sure that his timing, his ball placement, as well as his accuracy was on point to where we need him to be, the guy that we're trusting him to be going into the regular season. And I say to a degree, he's shown that he's more than capable. Also, I even like what I saw from Sean Clifford when it came to 20 of 26 for over 200 yards passing with that 1 TD. Like, if you take away the 2 interceptions, you could say he definitely had a solid showing for us too, to where he's more than trustworthy as that backup to where you don't have to worry about going after anyone else. And then
I'm actually a bit weary of the Sean Clifford talk because there are people out there, and this is mainly Packers fans. Nobody else other than Packers fans does this. This has happened multiple years now, and I've noticed this as a trend. Our backup quarterback somehow is supposed to start over our starting quarterback, and it's like I didn't see any evidence. Now, does that mean that Sean Clifford didn't look good? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I seen no evidence whatsoever that Clifford should ever start over Love at this time.
No.
Sir.
It was just a larger sample size. That's the only thing people are reacting to. He got more time.
I'm not sold on
Love
Clifford.
once put the ball in harm's way, whereas Clifford put the ball in harm's way. He looked like Brett Favre because of that.
Yeah, no, he did. He looked like Brett Favre. He really did.
And the funny thing is, I saw a picture somewhere where somebody was saying we have a younger version of Rodgers and Favre on our hands with Clifford and Love.
Yeah. So
like
the only thing I don't like, I
Jordan
did see
loves
that
the
also.
Rodgers
The
and
only thing I don't like about that though is that I do not see Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. I see two completely different quarterbacks, if I'm being honest. I'm not saying that Love is Mahomes. I would never say that. What I'm saying is I feel like his style is a little more Mahomes-ish, whereas Rodgers is more Dan Marino, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, I was just looking to see if Love could actually manage the game. You know, how it went.
I thought he managed the offense very well. That first drive was very, very disappointing.
The only problem we had is when he overthrew Musgrave twice, man. Those are killers.
Well,
man.
I think that because
that was jitters.
Yeah, I think that really was because his pass. I mean, if he'd hit Watson on that pass before that, bro, it was.
Well, let's talk about it. John Dorn, what did you think about not only the pass to Watson that did get broken up, but then the touchdown after that to Dobbs?
Well, what I seen on that it was actually a great throw. That defender, you can't deny it. That was a great defending the ball, man.
That was all defense.
Yeah. I mean, he got it right at the right time. I mean, any a few slower, just a second.
Watson's hands were right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he made a great. He stuffed it away. It's like, I mean, that defender did great. I mean, you can't deny it. On the Dobbs, Dobbs is fucking awesome, dude. I love that fucking. He jumped out, grabbed it, boom. It was a perfect throwing ball right where only Dobbs can get it, you know. But we'll see how it goes, you know.
So I do agree with you. That actually was a pretty good pass. And when I was talking to Joe, the Raiders fan that's on here sometimes, we started talking about, like, let's be honest, 7 out of 10 times the defender's not going to get that ball. And if we can throw passes where 7 out of 10 times we're going to catch it and we're going to go to the house, I will take that. I thought he could have aired it out a little bit more, just a tad more. But look, this isn't Aaron Rodgers, so I can't expect him to be Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to expect that of him. So that ball placement I thought was good. It wasn't the greatest. It was good. And again, 7 out of 10 times he's going to catch that ball. The defender made a great play on it. Great play on it. Let's talk about Rob. Go ahead and talk about not only the touchdown to Dobbs, but right before that he threw a great pass to Dobbs.
Look, man, one thing I'll give him credit for. I mean, he shook off. I honestly, I think the broken pass on Watson affected the missed pass to Musgrave over the middle. You know, because that was high, and that the only knock on Jordan Love during camp has been he's thrown a couple high passes. I mean, he gets that settled down. I think he's going to be he'll do just fine. But coming back on that second drive, he took command and he where he stopped, he took over and finished the drive. And all his passes were crisp, clean. They were where he wanted them to go. And the Dobbs catch in the end zone was just that's both of them. That was him putting the pass there, and Dobbs making a spectacular catch in traffic.
But I know a question. Oh, sorry, Dorn. Give me. Yeah. I'm going to ask this question real quick for everybody since we're on that subject. Do you think the Dobbs touchdown was more great catch or more great throw?
Great catch.
It was a great catch. I mean, bro, it was tough. He was falling down. I mean, it was in. I mean, the defender was right there.
I got to give more to.
I think he should have led a little more with the ball.
No, it could have been easier for our guy to get it, but it was still. I mean,
I also think the pass to Watson that didn't become a completion, I thought that was actually a better pass than the touchdown pass was. So this is one of those moments where I'm talking about 7 out of 10 times. The catch that Dobbs made, that's a 7 out of 10 times also, right? Because it's really hard for the defender while he's not looking to get his fucking hand on that ball. Just like, dude, the guy put his opposite hand on the Watson throw and somehow got his arm on the ball. Not 7 times out of 10, he's not going to be able to do that. So
exactly.
That was just a great play. He made the safety came over. I mean, that was because
One thing about it, what I notice is with Jordan Love, every time he always starts out slow. He does. He always. I mean, look at that Flammy night. He's throwing those passes were up, and then
then he gets it going. Once he gets it going, he really gets it going, man.
He's a slow starter, and he's got to fix that.
One thing that I will say is my favorite play of the whole game was the third down pass to Watson for that first down. When he made that completion for that first down, I think it was 3rd and 7. In my mind, I went, that's what I want to see, because we're going to score touchdowns. We're going to get in the red zone. We're going to move the ball. What I need to see is that when it's 3rd down, we can get those first downs. That, to me, is the most important thing.
And third down conversion is always a big thing.
Out of all the games, Jordan Love was the cleanest pocket of all the games in week 1. Was the cleanest.
Yeah. So Clifford was wild and sporadic and went crazy, and he just flung the ball, right? He looked like he was having fun.
He had a couple. That one pass to Turiaf on the sideline, that was like a Rodgers dime, man, where he hit him going out of bounds on the sideline, falling. I mean, that was no else. He could have made that catch any other without a throw being right there.
I just didn't like that pick 6 that he threw, man.
No, I agree. I'm not saying
I didn't like that at all, man. He just
one of the things I think the main thing I didn't like about that is when he threw it, right before he threw it, instead of like actually making the read and the progression, he kind of just looked and just threw it. Like he like expected him to be open.
He's a rookie, man. You gotta remember, he's a real rookie too.
And I get that. That's fine. The major differences I'm seeing between Love and Clifford, Love, in my opinion, has really good touch, and I like seeing him air the ball out and getting really nice soft touch on it. You need that, because there's quarterbacks, for example, like Cam Newton, Justin Fields, like the one that plays.
Look at it this way: Justin Fields gets a couple fumbles and shit. He can't come back and win the game, where Clifford can. He can go down 2 fucking throw a pick 6 and get a turnover, and he can still come back and win the game. See, Fields can't do that. He's fucking a bum.
To continue this, like Colin Kaepernick, for example, guys like that who they don't have touch on the ball, they bullet the ball every single time.
Fuck you, Bear fans. Fuck you.
So Clifford didn't seem to have much touch. Clifford didn't seem to have much touch on his pass. He seemed to just be bulleting the ball, which is something I'm not a huge fan of. But Love, like, you see his passes, like he's trying to get the ball in the air and he's trying to sky it instead of rocket it.
Yeah, he soft that end zone throw to Dobbs. He was like, he lightly threw that ball instead of throwing it like a quick one. He just, lightly.
And let's be honest, if he flings that thing in there, Dobbs isn't going to catch the pass. He's not going to catch that ball. The defender has a better shot at getting his hand on the ball, but getting it into the breadbasket, you know what I mean? Like getting a nice loft on it into the breadbasket, like that's what we need to see from this guy.
Real. Absolutely agree.
What about Wilson with his 111-yard rushing?
Oh,
that's a weapon. No, that's a weapon, Lions fans.
Before
That's
we
a
go
weapon.
into the other guys, before we go into the other guys, A-Dub had some stuff to say, so go ahead, A-Dub. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Another thing I was going to say that intrigues me about Jordan Love was there was that pass that was incomplete to Luke Musgrave. One's got to think he did some other things right when it came to using his eyes to deceive the defender to where he would throw the ball and place it somewhere else outside of their reach. Like, that's something else you gotta like to see out of your quarterback. The way they can deceive a defender where they're gonna go with a pass.
Yep.
Yeah, like he's trying to get a read. Like, he's reading the defense and knowing how to deceive the defender in terms of his ball placement as well as his pass. Even though it was incomplete to Musgrave, at least he did everything else right.
So, as horrible of a pass as that was to Musgrave, you can take out positive things. For example, at least he made his progressions and he found the open guy. He did make his read. Musgrave was wide open. I don't know how you missed that pass, because I feel like my daughter could make that pass. But regardless, it happens. Even the greatest quarterbacks miss passes that they should make. What I was encouraged about was he found Musgrave, who was wide open. He's not forcing anything. Jordan Love is being very careful with the ball. He's not forcing passes. So I actually feel really good about this where I don't feel like Jordan Love's going to put us in positions to just absolutely like
tank,
be wild and crazy and throw interceptions everywhere. I don't think it's going to be like that.
You know what's sad part about it? We got some people in the fan base saying that it's a make or break for him this year. You know, like
No,
you don't make out
No,
this year.
it's not.
I know a couple fans of ours that said that.
This is why I hate being in all Packers groups a lot of times because
I know
we're our worst enemy with this kind of shit, bro.
I
It's
don't
like,
even go to a lot of them.
Matt LaFleur is going to get fired if we don't win this many games this year.
This is technically Matt LaFleur's first year coaching because he don't got Aaron Rodgers. If you think about it, it's his first year's head coach. Jordan Love's first year's quarterback.
This is what Packers fans do is they make it. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Spoiled.
I hate it.
It's being spoiled. That's what it comes from.
If you were to interpret this a certain way, it's a matter of a certain generation that is used to winning, used to seeing Hall of Fame QB play. Like their case for saying this about Jordan Love is a matter of you're expecting too much with this kid too soon, as far as him trying to carry on the legacy of different Hall of Famers that came before him, live up to those expectations.
So they're trying to create Packers fans in their minds like, well, if it doesn't work out this year, then we should just move on. Like, but you're the QB carousel, and you know what we're doing? We're becoming the Raiders in that sense, where it's like, so you're just going to go through 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks in the next 10 years. Like, you're just going to keep rotating quarterbacks and rotating coaches, and it doesn't work like that. That never succeeds. It never does.
We actually got a year. We got 2 years actually to see what he does.
I agree. I think not this year, but if next year LaFleur and Love are just not getting like a certain development done, we don't have to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years. We don't even have to win the division in the next 2 years. We just have to show that we are getting better and developing, and this is going to succeed at some point. But if we don't show that in these next 2 years, I'll give it. I really think that third year they're going to go. You know what? We got to start.
We need to keep winning so we keep our stranglehold on the North.
One thing about it right now is this year is pretty much a level year, gadget year, and see where we're at.
It's like a test of the waters to feel where we are type of year.
Where are we? Yeah.
Like I said,
we can be really good, we can be middle, or we can suck. You know, we got to find out where we're going to be. You know, these young guys.
We're never going to suck. Shut up.
We won't.
Now
that defense, I got us winning the division, man. I do.
Go ahead, guys, you were going to say something.
Yeah, much of what you're saying goes back to what I said before. Like this season, to me, has to be a year of evaluation and development. And I said before, it doesn't just apply to Jordan Love. Like
it applies to all the receivers too. It applies to the tight ends. It applies to everybody at this point.
But do you guys not see the progression? Does it not look better? I mean, before this first preseason game, you felt a certain way about the team. Did anything that you saw make you feel better about our future? Because I know that's what it came out of it for me.
Not the preseason game, but I will say in these joint practices and the stuff that I'm seeing from guys like Dobbs and Watson, for example, because the preseason game, it was like they did all right. I mean, Dobbs had a pretty good game, but what I'm seeing in the joint practices, I'm looking at veteran wide receivers right now. I'm not looking at last year's rookie wide receivers is what it feels like. You know what I mean?
Right. It looks good. Our future looks bright.
Yeah.
Getting a little peek of that. We got a little peek of it. You know, we got to see it, actually see it live in a game.
I like what we're seeing, especially, I got to be honest, I actually think Dobbs, from everything that I've seen, is making the bigger leap out of everybody. Like, he's all of a sudden catching the ball on top of cornerbacks' heads. He's burning guys down the sideline. Bro, he's doing everything right now.
Not only that, but I hear Musgrave he's like rejuvenated the tight end position for us. Like, we're going to really be using him in the passing game, a tight end.
Let's be honest about this. Reed, as a rookie, is already like every time I'm like, damn, dude, he is in the slot. He's killing people in the middle of the field. He really is.
Dude, Reed has showed up on fantasy leagues. He showed up on the wide receivers chart, man. He's on there, like he's listed on there now.
And he's actually doing good at punt returns too. He's doing really good, I guess.
Bro, there's a lot of good guys we got on punt returns. I see.
So look, you guys want to talk about Wilson? We can talk about Wilson.
Dude, we got to talk about him.
I would rather start off talking about Valentine first.
Okay, we got to talk about both them guys, so I don't care how we do it.
Fucking Packers Twitter blew up with this guy. They were like, dude, this guy needs to start at safety. This guy needs a chance to start anywhere at this point. And then while we talk about Valentine, let's go into Rasul Douglas claiming that he's the starting safety all of a sudden. So
He's not half
you
yet.
guys go ahead and tear that one up.
Well, I seen on today. Barry came out and pretty much kiboshed that. He act like he didn't even hear about it. He says he's not a safety. He's an outside corner. That's what he is, and that's where he's staying. Barry pretty much came out and said that. So I don't see him going there. And with Valentine, they got to find a way to get him on there. Ever since OTAs, ever since preseason training camp, he's been balling out every freaking day.
So don't you think that maybe him saying he's a starting safety might mean that we're including nickel safety now, or a third cornerback per se? I guess
I think
it's a hybrid position.
Yeah, they'll make some packages up for him to get in.
Do you think Rasul Douglas is going to be our Micah Hyde? Because
I do, bro. Absolutely, that's a good example of what he's doing.
I mean, he can be.
Yeah. You got nose for that ball too, man.
Moving him
Bro,
to safety.
he finds it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, A-Dub.
I'm sorry, A-Dub.
Moving Rasul Douglas to safety only would help in terms of us having to put somebody else in his position. Being if Stokes recovers, we can always put Stokes at his position at Douglas's spot while we move him to safety. Like that definitely helps having the best defenders on the field.
What it also does, if you create this hybrid position, if we create a Micah Hyde type position where, because we have Quay Walker and Devondre Campbell, obviously on our normal packages, we want both of them in the game, right, at the same time. But there's going to be packages where we only have one of them. At that point, you can then create that third corner or that hybrid safety package. And now not only do you have Douglas getting into a comfortable position, he clearly feels comfortable with this. You have Valentine, who also is going to get reps, and you get to see what he's actually made of against other teams. If that guy's the real deal and Stokes keeps getting hurt and cannot come back and be normal, I mean, he might be the next guy up, if that makes sense,
Well, Valentine, he's right there. I mean, they're going to find a way to get him on the field. They already said that. They're going to get him on the field. Somebody somehow.
I need Stokes to have a year without getting hurt. I need him to be on the field.
I'd say.
They're going to slowly bring him back. Now they got they got Valentine.
That's what I'm saying. Is like Valentine, dude. You got people nipping at your heels now because I need to see you not get hurt. I need to see you on the field, and I need to see you perform. I can't watch you get. So Stokes is such an aggravating situation because you see the talent.
But he's so good. That's why.
He's and he's better in press coverage.
Yes, I'm gonna say Leanne.
Yes,
we are going to broadcast the game for everyone to watch it with us, and we'll be here during the game. We'll have a good time. So tune in tomorrow for Frozen Tundra Network, and you can watch the preseason game for free with us.
Well, me and Bill will be there, so it'll be all right.
That's right. You guys are gonna be there live.
You're gonna be there live. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys will be. Hey, we'll do sideline reporting.
Yeah.
Take it to the field.
So, what JR likes to do is like when he's actually at the game, he likes to join our show. Show us that he's at the game.
Bro, he always sends video, bro. He always sends video. He's there.
Maybe you can kick the ball for us. We need you there.
No, man, our kicker. That's another thing.
Good.
We got to talk about our kicker too, man. We got to talk about.
Jump on that topic right now. We're going to talk about the kicker. Go ahead, JR. Start it off.
Man, he pissed me off, man. 2 missed extra points, bro. He pissed me off.
Extra points, right? He's missing extra points.
Yeah, I understand he's a rookie, but I was kind of concerned. I'm like, oh my God, where's Crosby when I need him? I was like,
come on, man.
Jameson Williams fucking had a bet on it that he would miss it.
Crosby's not the answer, though. Going backwards, going backwards to Crosby's not our answer, man. We need to move on or give this guy a chance.
At that particular moment, I said, think about it, a real game scenario, and that's the game winner right there. That'll be pissing me off. That'll be making me mad. He missed extra points if that's a game winner. I mean, what if we needed it? That'll make me mad. I'm not going to lie.
He's a 36 points.
All I'm saying is we've had other kickers to start off like that too.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, I'm not saying.
About this kicker situation, it's not like quarterback where it's like you can fix these small things and develop. Yeah. If Jordan loves the guy, then he's the guy, and we're gonna keep going with it, right? With kickers, it's such like a voodoo magic type thing with them, where the moment in their own brain that they feel not confident, they start missing everything, right? I think for Green Bay, we made this choice, right? Crosby retired. We made the choice to get a new kicker, a rookie kicker. What you need to do is whether he is terrible this year or not, you just have to keep going with him so that eventually there's going to come a day if you just keep going, dude, you're our guy. Just don't worry about it. 3 years from now, he might be our next Crosby. You know what I mean? But
if we lose some games because of that, ooh.
But you cannot kick
that was my point.
while they're down because that will
completely
mentally fuck them up, and their career will be ruined because of
that. Is true. I mean, you got to give the man a shot. He is a rookie, man. He's going to have some, growing pains.
How much time? All right, let's say this. How much time do we give him before we say you're gone?
I can't get Robbie Gold on speed.
How many years? How many years?
2 years.
Did you say 3?
I say 2.
I say 1, bro. Get it together or you're out.
One game, man. He's done. He's out of there.
You can't do that.
Not one game. I'll give him 1 season, man.
That is absurd. You cannot do that to a kicker.
How many kicks in games is he going to get? How many kicks in games is the guy get?
Look, Rob, if he goes like 6 for 30, then yeah, I would agree with you. Let's say he goes. Dude,
if he goes 6 for 30, I'm calling for his head in the middle of the season.
He goes 14 for 20. I'll go, look, he was a rookie. We'll see how he does next year. Let's say the next year he goes 15 for 20 or 16 for 20, right? Then that third year, if you're not in that like 75 to 90 percentile right there, then maybe you're just not
all
the
right,
guy.
Let's talk about some championship kickers we had. I want to go back. I'm going to do the math. By the time we get the show tomorrow, I'm going to know the numbers. But I want to know what between Chris Jackie, Ryan Longwell, all these guys, how did their first year compare? Even Crosby. I know he had a slow start, but I can't believe 3 years that's way to me. That's way too long.
I don't think that's too long. I think.
What I would do though, if he makes an extra point tomorrow, I just say call Robbie Gold and be done with it.
You really want Robbie Gold to come play? I don't want any cast off to play for Chicago to come over here and be our savior ever.
Mason Crosby's first year, he went 10 for 14.
That's not bad. 4. He missed 4. I can live with 4. A rookie year.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. So why doesn't it give me like the totality of it? You guys keep talking. I'm going to figure out this math real quick. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Sorry. He went 31 for 39. So I guess I'm way off base saying like 16 and 17 field goals. So he went 31 for 39, right?
He missed 8.
Next year, he went 27 for 34.
7. Okay.
The next year, the third year, he went 27 for 36.
Okay, that's 6.
That's 9.
9. Yeah, 9. Yeah.
Then he went 22 for 28, 24 for 20. See what I'm saying? Okay, Look, in 2012, he went 21 for 33, man. So, look, you got to give him more than 1 fucking year, okay?
I don't know, man.
If he's at like 50% for the year, then I agree with you. It's like, maybe he's not going to be good. But what if he's hitting like 20?
All right, go look and see what's his name from Baltimore, the greatest kicker to ever play the free. Yeah, what is his?
I'm not gonna look that up. That guy's the greatest kicker ever. I'm not
that's what I want. God damn.
That would be disingenuous and disrespectful to a rookie that I'm trying to look up the greatest kicker ever's fucking stats like that. I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, you got to give him something. You got to give him a goal. Here's your goal.
No.
I was just looking up Ryan Longwell, the way he started out.
How was Longwell?
Well, his first year he went 24 of 30.
Oh,
he missed 6. He only missed 6.
Mm-hmm.
So if this guy misses 7, 8 field goals this year, I don't feel like it's a big deal.
I agree with you 100%. That's what I just wanted to know. I wanted it to be based on something that we've already seen.
This better not be a thing when we're broadcasting the game and we're going live during the game, and all of a sudden Rob's like, "God damn it, he missed a kick! Get him out of it!" Like, I don't want to...
Bro, first of all, it's preseason. You're never going to see me get that excited over a preseason.
I don't want to see any of that shit. All right, this year we're not going to bag on the kicker. He's a rookie. All right.
I'm not going to bag on any rookie. You got to give him his first year, bro. I said I'm about a 1 year, 2 years maybe, but
I say
you
2.
just talked about it.
You're saying 3 years, Dick. That's a lot, bro.
You watch Mason Crosby miss 5 field goals against the Lions in 1 game.
I wanted him fired that day. I wanted him fired, honestly, bro. I'm going to tell you.
4 field goals in a row against the Bengals.
I wanted him gone.
Okay? I do not want to hear this shit.
To be fair, that Bengals kicker was missing as well. To be fair,
he missed more. He missed 5. We missed 4, and then in the overtime, Mason Crosby made the field goal.
It was that was not a professional football game, in my opinion, man. From
that
the
happened
kickers
against the Lions too. We missed 5 field goals against the Lions in one game, and we went to overtime and we kicked the field goal to win the game. Like that should never happen. Obviously, I get that, but you cannot bag on this rookie kicker if he misses field goals this year. You can't.
I'm going to bag on if he keeps missing extra points because that's like a chip shot.
I'm going to.
What do you think about our special weapon? What do you think about our special weapon?
Well, real quick, hold on, real quick, Rob. You know what? I will bet you. I'll make you a bet right now. In the first 2 games of the season, week 1 and week 2, he will not miss 1 field goal, and if he doesn't, you have to wear a bag on your head on the show.
Shut the hell up! A bag on my head. And if he misses 1.
Then I have to wear a bag on my head and be the host.
All right, bro.
Take that deal. Take that deal.
I'll do it. I'm going to do it, bro. He's a rookie, man. I mean,
not miss 1 field goal in the first 2 weeks.
First, you got it. Well, if he misses 1, I'm going to be seeing you with a bag on your head.
And I will let my daughter paint it up and glorify it, and I will be here for it.
I don't have any kids. I'm just going to cut some eyes in it and put a bag on. Okay, so
Just put same old Lions across it.
I will put that same old Lions. I will put that.
Lions, Bears still suck.
I will have my daughter write in green and gold, same old Lions on it.
Bears still suck.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They still suck.
So we did talk about the kicker. We talked about Valentine, which I think everybody's really high on right now. Like, not only is the guy fast, he's clearly fast. He gets to the sideline fast. He's long too. He's like lanky. Like the way he gets his arms up in the air, I'm like, he doesn't look 6'5", but when he puts his arms up, he looks 6'5".
It's just, dude. He's like all of a sudden he's like there. Boom.
Yeah. So, let's talk about Wilson. Wilson had. I don't care if it's preseason. This guy is supposed to be barely, if even, making the roster, and he bounced off multiple, not only his own blockers, but tackles, and he burned motherfuckers down the sideline. Dude, I love the clip where when the first touchdown he ran, I think it was like 70-something yards, right? And he goes, there he goes. That's elite speed right there. And he's just burning him down the sideline like it's nothing, man.
And his 40s, not that fast on his 40s either.
You know what's crazy?
Bro,
he's not a small guy.
He didn't look fast till he turned the corner, and he actually was ahead of that guy, and he was leaving him. I was like, holy
He looks
shit.
like a bigger guy, and he's running faster than Aaron Jones down the sideline.
But, bro, he had 2 other plays they called back because, I mean, he got on the outside. Like, this guy is a special – he can turn the corner and get the outside. Like, he got it, 4 out of 4 times. They called 2 of them back.
6 carries. He only had 6 carries. Everybody, he only had 6 carries. That was it. And he had 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. My bad. The one that I was talking about was 80-yard. It was an 80-yard run for a touchdown.
No, he's going to be special, bro. He got himself. I think he earned himself, especially if he shows out one of these games. He shows out. How do you not put him on there as our 3rd running back?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because we have Patrick Taylor and Tyler Goodson, who, let's be honest, Patrick Taylor is a tank. Like he smash mouths people. Okay. Tyler Goodson has proven to us, I feel like, in many instances, that he actually is a good multi-tool. He catches the ball. He's really good in space. He's a good runner. So we have a discrepancy here where we have a battle.
Right now. He's got a shoulder injury.
If Wilson does that tomorrow night, if he does that again tomorrow night, I'm going to go, you know what? Maybe we should just let him fucking play at this point because
there is also the story that whoever's going to be running back 3 has to give a good performance on special teams also.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. It's Green Bay, all right? Green Bay loves having injuries all year. So running back 3 is probably going to be an important position this year because Aaron Jones will catch a pass and he'll like sprain his ankle. A.J. Dillon will hurt his knee again or whatever the fuck is going to happen.
Yeah, but those guys only miss a game or 2. It's not like it's –
And I get that, but we need our running back 3 to be there for that game.
I agree. And
I'd
why
be
can't
happy
it be
with
him?
I'd be happy with Tyler. I would anyone.
And that's what I'm saying. If you have Patrick Taylor, if you have Goodson, if you have Wilson, I feel like we have.
What's that new guy we picked up too? I haven't really heard much about him when we picked up that running back.
Nate McCrary.
Lou Nichols.
Yeah, no, Nichols. I haven't heard much on him.
You know what sucks is that we lost Hill the way that we did, because he could actually have been really, really good. He could have been good.
Yeah.
But he tears his ACL and then he comes back and gets injured again. That sucked. Because I thought Hill was, especially in preseason.
Some guys are destined for injuries when they come into the NFL, bro. Some guys just can't get past it, man.
So let me ask you guys this question. Now that the preseason game 1 is over, I was actually, other than Dobbs, because I thought Dobbs looked really good. Reed had 2 catches for 20 yards. He looked good in the small time. I thought Torrey went out there again and caught everything again, and he just looked good again. Like,
they all did. Wicks looked good. Torrey looked good.
Yeah,
Wicks actually had the most
yards.
Wicks, dude, there's a lot of confidence. I mean, our wide receiver, I feel more confident, more depth, seeing how many those guys are pulling the ball down everywhere.
Yeah. They're not dropping hardly any of them either.
But
I hear they're dropping a lot in camp.
Wicks will not end up being like a main roster guy. I think we all know that. But Torrey, I think we all expect to make.
Who's going to be the 6th?
Well,
who do you think?
No, I didn't mean that he wouldn't make the roster. What I meant was he won't be a main roster guy that we put into the game normally. I think that we will see.
You'll get playing time right away. You'll get playing time right away.
We're going to see Torrey during the season. We will. Even if he's only in for 40 plays for the year, we're still going to see him. You know what I mean? So
he's part of the offense. I'm sure they got plays for Torrey. I'm sure they got plays for Torrey.
Yeah, I think he's our 4th receiver, and he looks good. Go ahead, A-Dub. Sorry.
Yeah, from my perspective, Green Bay, it's going to be a decision about, is Green Bay going to keep 6 or 7 receivers this year? I think that's the tough decision.
Normally it's 6.
Yeah,
but
there's a good chance they could keep. There's a good chance they could keep more than 6 this year.
But see, one thing about it, with Davis going down, our tight end, him going down, we might just stay where we're at, and we might keep 7 receivers, I think. And
I know who's out there that we could pick up for a tight end.
We don't necessarily.
I don't think
we need to. I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. I mean, who's out there? I mean, if there was somebody really good, we would have went after him right away, I think.
No, there's nobody, dude. We already got.
There isn't nobody. I don't.
We got Musgrave. We got Kraft. We got DeGuara. We got plenty of time.
I think we're good. I think we are. But people are saying we're thin at our tight end position.
No, we're not. And as much as it sucks, look, I don't want this to sound bad because Tyler Davis got hurt. I don't want it to sound like bad that I'm shitting on Tyler Davis. All I'm going to say though is he always does good in preseason, and once the real games happen, I mean, he fucking sucks. So
yeah, but they're saying he's great on special teams, and we're going to take a loss. It's that affected that it's special teams.
It's time for Kraft or DeGuara to step up in special teams, then, isn't it?
Yeah, someone else got stuff.
Or one of these wide receivers we want to see stay on. You know what I'm saying?
Which could be Wicks. Wicks could be a special teams guy.
We got some really tall. These are really big wide receivers that are.
What about Goodson? Goodson could be a special teams guy. I mean, there's
Mo Melton. He's got speed. He's one of the fastest players.
Mo Melton,
or even the undrafted free agent Malik Heath.
Yeah.
I don't think that we're gonna put our good players in that position. We'll put those guys that there's a reason you're on special teams, you know.
They even had Wicks at punt returns. They had Wicks at punt returns too. I seen that.
There you go.
Yeah, so they like 4 different guys return punts or kicks on that game.
I think Heath even Mo Melton.
I even saw Samara Torrey have a big return.
Yeah.
I think we have depth in ways that we feel like we haven't had in many of our years recently, because a lot of times it's dude, when someone goes down, we're putting a fullback at running back or a wide receiver at running back. You know what I mean? It's we never really had a whole lot of depth like that. I feel like this year, dude, if Campbell, which thank God Campbell's not hurt that bad today. Okay. But let's say Campbell goes down. We can transition into a regular package and use Quay Walker.
McDuffie. I like McDuffie. Tell you
McDuffie's showing out, bro.
Yeah. But we got guys.
McDuffie's showing out.
When Rashawn Gary gets back, we got Enigbare to go, circle into this whole pass rush circus. So it's see what I'm saying? We have guys that can go in for us now. We have a
And
lot
corners,
of
we're really good deep in fucking corners. Holy shit. With Valentine. And,
we easily have the best depth of corners in the league, in my opinion.
but we have to. Yeah, we have to.
I like that, Dal.
One could say that depth is gonna matter a big deal after the bye week when it comes to that long
What's up,
stretch of
Yoli?
games we got.
Yes, sir. Like, dude, let's be honest. Like, there's teams that win, and I'm not saying like teams win Super Bowls this way, but I'm sure, when we won Super Bowl in 2010, we had the most guys on IR that ever won a Super Bowl. It was 15 guys on IR.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is like depth. It's one of those things that we haven't had a lot of times in the recent years. This year, I feel like we do have it. As long as Jordan Love can just be comparable and just do your job, man, I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like we're in a good place.
Our biggest problem, I think, is our defense need to learn to stop the run better. I think we should work on that.
I think they're doing it. See, they got last year. They had Reed and they had Lowry that went to Vikings. They're kind of bigger, slower guys. We got faster. And we're going to get to the ball a lot faster.
But apparently Wyatt is like
better tacklers.
People are saying Wyatt has apparently gotten way better since last year.
Like jump to the ultra level, like Pro Bowl linebacker coming out this year, man.
And Savage sat back all season and worked in Green Bay, and he's looking really good in camp, I guess.
We're going to have a nasty defense. I'm going to go out and say we're going to lead in sacks this year.
I'm going to say Van Ness is going to get 5.
The thing about Wyatt.
Bro.
Van Ness is that boy right there, man. Dude.
Well,
I can't wait.
Go ahead. Devontae Wyatt, in everything that we've seen so far, saying Devontae Wyatt has been great in OTAs. Yeah. But go ahead, A-Dub, go ahead.
As you say this stuff about Wyatt, my thing is, as far as that second year jump I expected him to make, this is stuff I would like to hear and want to see displayed on the field. Like he is going into a bigger role than what he had last season as one of our starters on the D line. So this jump definitely needed to happen for him. And
being side by side with Campbell is going to make the man. Oh.
And now Slayton's going to be a nose tackle now, and they're moving Kenny fucking.
That's what I'm most interested in. I think White's going to be just fine. It's the Slayton moving into the starting position that I'm. It's weird because we've always had Kenny Clark as our nose tackle. We've always had Kenny, but now they're putting Slayton in as nose tackle, and they're moving Kenny Clark over to D end instead,
They're moving him around.
Until they can move him around, that's all.
We call it DN because we use those weird psycho extra packages, but really he's like a defensive tackle. But we've always had Kenny Clark as our anchor and our nose tackle. They must have really seen something in Slayton to put him in there in the middle.
Bro, if you can get Kenny Clark to be able to move around and have him still anchor the middle, you know how devastating it is. You're not going to be able to shut down the run.
Gary and you got Preston. Oh my God!
Well, I think the focal point is
nasty.
I think the thought process with moving Kenny Clark is when you put him at nose tackle, head up with the center, it's so much easier to double and triple team the guy. Whereas if you move him around into a slot, like into one of the gaps,
they can't.
It's so much harder to hold that guy.
They'll have to change their defensive scheme just to stop him.
And if there's a thought process, they think one could say TJ Slayton's going to be good at drawing double teams himself.
Yeah.
Especially if he's taking over the anchor spot, man.
The second you do a double team on him and you let Kenny Clark go, oh my God! Not only that, when we get Rashawn Gary back, if you're not putting multiple guys on that guy, he's gonna fuck you up, man.
Oh, we're gonna be able to put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks this year.
Well,
one thing I can see. I think that this goes into depth also. Like, look at this. This has a lot to do with depth. I could see us taking TJ Slayton out for certain packages, putting Kenny Clark back in the middle, and then we put fucking Hercules right next to him in these packages to stop the run.
Holy fuck, dude!
What about Brooks and Wood in our new fucking draft picks? They're fucking shining in camp too, even.
So, and again, I'm going to mention him again because he has good moments. His name is Enigbare, who's going to be circulating in this rotation. We have multiple guys.
Remember that name, folks.
So not only do we have multiple pass rushers that we feel good about, but now the inside is starting to look like, bro, if you're putting Van Ness on the inside next to Clark, he's going to stop the run. He's going to.
We can put a clamp down on the run. That's been our biggest Achilles heel on defense for years.
But if Devondre Campbell is actually healthy, which they said they're confident he will be for week one,
by week one,
instead of like last year when he played hurt the whole year, Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker are really good at stopping the run by themselves. Dude, if you got a defensive line like this with those two guys healthy, I don't know. I feel like our defensive run game should be pretty stout, in my opinion.
To get into the second level of our defense is going to be very tough.
I hope so. You get pressure
very
up
tough.
Stop the run, then boy, you put the pressure on the quarterback. Interception, Jair with the seatbelt.
Look, man, most of the plays that hurt us on defense are always big plays. We don't give up. Nothing easy. It's just every now and then, boom, somebody will miss a play, a breakdown in the secondary, something, a running back pops one, he gets a double bounce, and boom, he's gone.
So, I'm going to give this guy his flowers right now because I was not high on him when we did our mock draft. In fact, I was pissed that we drafted Quay Walker. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? But
you can't be arguing it now. I know you.
John Dorn made a very funny post today where he said, there's been, what was it? There's been 7 fights or 6 fights?
There's 8 fights.
There's been 8 fights since joint practices, and Quay Walker has been involved in 0 of them. He's like, I'm proud of him. So look, let's just call it what it is. We'll air the dirty laundry, right? Quay Walker.
He just got his mental. He just needed a mental adjustment.
Yes, absolutely. And Quay Walker pulled a complete bonehead move against the Lions. And not only did he pull a bonehead move, but then he went into the tunnel and cried, and that made us all look stupid, right? Like, we're all like, oh, my God, dude. Like, that was just dumb. But this guy is so fucking talented. Go look at his rookie stats. They're better than some fucking legendary guys.
I didn't get on him as hard as you guys did, but
well, I was just embarrassed that he did that, and it made us all look stupid.
Yeah, he was just in the heat of the moment, man. That's all. He's a rookie. Heat of the moment. You can chalk it up. Far worse shit has gone on.
In those 8 fights, they were actually getting at him, and he just walked away. He put his hands on his hips, and he walked away from it. They're trying to get at him and give him a turn. No,
I have to keep remembering he's 21, 22 years old. I get it.
He's a pup.
The problem is, though, like, this was your fault. You created this damage, and then you cried about it. That just looked really bad.
You go to counseling and everything since then.
It looks like he's growing up and he's maturing. And if this is going to be a thing where instead of – go ahead, Ada.
Yeah, I was going to say for him, my thing is I could be hard on him for doing it too, but his thing was like he cried because he felt like that mistake he made, he certainly cost us the game. Like he felt like had he not made that mistake, had he not got thrown out versus the Lions, his thing was like, I made a mistake and cost us that game.
Pretty much
he owned it, man. He owned his mistake.
Because like when you get past those and I've seen so many posts where people put a lot of stock into the way he is emotionally, and my thing is, when you get past the emotional things, Quay Walker is definitely solid for defense, especially as far as that compliment to Devondre Campbell in the middle linebacker position.
So look, I'm actually going to go further than that.
I thought that was something that was very needed.
What I watched from Quay Walker when we asked for him to be the guy when Campbell was going through his injuries last year, I saw a guy that could 100% be your number 1 linebacker on your whole team. I actually think Quay Walker.
What the fuck?
He might be special.
I told you, fucking.
What the fuck was he doing?
But anyways, yeah, Devondre Campbell, when he came to the Packers, he became special. He had the All-Pro, first team All-Pro year. I get that. So that's why when we drafted Walker, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? We have Campbell, right? But after I watched Campbell or Walker last year, I'm not joking, man. I start seeing like these flashes of like, dude, this guy is fucking good. I actually feel like Walker might be the special golden pick that we had in that draft. Like,
he was worth the number 1.
Definitely. Yeah,
Well, he was our second. He was our second pick, but he was in the first round. We drafted Devontae Wyatt first. And
yeah, no, we had 2 first round, but I'm saying, dude, you're still a gold medal pick.
You're right. You know what? You're right. We did choose Quay Walker with our first pick. You're right. And Devontae Wyatt, we got him at like, what was it, 24 or something like that, 25, something like that.
Yeah,
that was the big goodie.
I was like, whoa, we got Devontae Wyatt at 20. So, but you know what? That pick did not come to fruition last year. The Quay Walker pick, I can honestly sit there and say, like, dude, go look at his stats. Go look at what he did. He didn't start every game.
Are you all set up there, Darcy, now, or what?
What's up, Darcy?
Well, hey, you know what happened to me is my wife has ADD, so I had a studio. It was all soundproof, and she moved me like here. I'll show you real quick.
Put you in the basement.
Oh, you're in the no. He's in the living room.
I'm in the basement. I'm in the basement.
Okay.
Yeah, I just redid the floor and everything like that. So now
all I see was you was spinning it around, going crazy. I was like, holy fuck!
Round and round and round.
Darcy.
What are we gonna do?
Welcome,
Thank
Darcy.
you, Nick. Thank you, Nicholas, for having me on the goddamn best show on Facebook, hosted by Nicholas Green and the Slappy John. God, baby. What do you guys think? I'm coming in here. Last year, Nick had me on the show, and he had me and Melvin, and all you Slappies were all going around saying, whoa, 13, 14. I even think John Dorn said 14 and a half. So this year we came in here, and the tunes changed, right? And you guys just hammered the Bengals, I guess. Ooh. You going for another Super Bowl run?
Let's be honest. Dude, I know it's preseason, but what we're showing right now is we got depth at least this time.
You guys are actually the deepest team in the fucking North. You have been drafting. How long? I'm a Lions fan. You guys been kicking me in the teeth for how long?
We got 8 first rounders on the defense.
How long have you been kicking Detroit Lions fans in the teeth? On all these little groups and all these chats.
I was born in 1990. I'm going to say since the beginning of my time.
It's factual. So
it really is. You're right. You're right, Nick.
Now, John, now the shoe is on the other foot.
How is that?
No. Listen. As all these Lions fans are pumping up and they think the shoe is on the other foot. But realistically, the Green Bay Packers have been drafting fucking well all my life, ever since I was a kid.
Well, we were
what makes Lions fans believe that they're going to beat the Green Bay Packers and sweep them this year?
Because we have Jordan Love at quarterback. That's the sole basis of why they feel.
But you guys have the best offensive line. You have the best running game, and you have the best receivers.
That is debatable. The Lions and the Packers were neck and neck with best offensive line, so you could argue that the Lions might have the best offensive line. But even if you say the Packers do, it's still arguable in that sense. So you're
okay. Evan went to another team and he got paid a shitload, right?
You guys got Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow has an inoperable toe.
Ragnow ended up being really good. I honestly thought he wasn't going to be because he was undersized. He ended up being great, if I'm being honest. Ragnow ended up being great.
You guys got some decent depth too, Darcy. I mean,
who has the best depth? And that's what wins football games.
Well,
you look at Chicago; they got a whole bunch of guys that UDFAs. They got a whole bunch of UDFAs.
But that's not necessarily true because most teams are one key injury away from being like. That's the difference from making the playoffs and making the. You lose it like the Jets. If they lose Rodgers, they got nothing.
Yeah, they got no depth.
If you look at the Detroit Lions, we got for Matthew Stafford, we got 2 first rounders and a third, right? What did you guys get for Aaron Rodgers, and what did you get for that star receiver that went to the Raiders? Ah, fuck.
Second round. And,
we got a lot of.
Second
I
round.
mean, dude, that's why we're talking about these guys that were our first round picks from last year. Those were from picks from the trades on that you're talking about. Devontae Wyatt.
We got a first round pick.
As a Lions fan, Lions fans, because they're all delusional, just like you guys are. When we start winning.
Don't say you guys. Say Packers fans, but don't say you guys because we're not.
Okay, I'll just say John Dorn then. Okay, so when you're delusional like that,
You gonna take that, John?
Well, because we're buddies, right? We're buddies.
You guys are slappies, is what you would call it.
Slappy.
He's freaking Canadian. I can't be buddies with a Canadian.
So look, we were actually just talking about this with okay, so let me ask you a question real quick, Darcy. We drafted Quay Walker last year, and I felt like that was such a dumb pick, but now I'm sitting there and I'm understanding the rationale in drafting the guy, and now we're using 2 middle linebacker sets. I know it's not technically middle linebacker because you can't have 2 middle linebackers. We're using 2 linebacker sets, and Quay Walker had by far, by a long shot, the best season last year for a rookie for defense. Like, it wasn't even close.
Oh, I know. But the thing that scares me about Chicago is they have the best linebacking group. Right?
Oh, no, they don't.
No,
I don't think so. I know they want to think that, but I don't think so.
No.
We'll show you. Hey, week 1, stick around. We'll show you.
No, that's the game of the week. Realistically, that's the game of week.
No, I think it's Cam.
No,
It's gonna be the SmackDown of the week.
Jump on, Mike. Jump on the show.
You're gonna watch
the link right now,
Here,
Mike.
Listen. You're gonna see.
Main event, Mike. Come on, Mikey.
Oh shit.
Sorry, go ahead, Darcy. We're gonna invite main event Mike.
Well, okay.
You guys not get along?
No, he's more entertaining than I. So I'll just.
Oh no, that ain't. You're just as entertaining, Darcy.
No. He's the king. Trust me. This guy is Detroit Lions football. Bring on me.
I listen to main event Mike every day. I have worked with him every day.
One thing I think we're curious of, Darcy. What do you think about the Jameson Williams stuff that's going on?
Yeah. Where do you sit on the JMO fence? Because you guys are divided on this guy.
And not only that, I want a follow-up question. And here's Mike. I got a question for both Darcy and Mike. What do you guys think about the Jameson Williams stuff that's going on? And not only that, the follow-up question is going to be, do you believe that if you would have drafted Watson instead of JMO, that you'd be better off right now? Those are going to be the questions I'm going to ask you.
I'm going to address main event Mike. This guy and Russell, they have chemistry. It is the best show.
Every day. I watch it every day, man.
Villain Squad.
So Darcy,
main event. I'm telling you right now, I'm starting my take right now because I am. I think Jameson Williams is more of a distraction than Hard Knocks was. Mike, what do you think about that?
Well, I think Christian Watson's had a better career so far than Jameson Williams, and you can't deny it, right? I mean, hey, I'm not on the JMO hype train. I'm not a JMO apologist. I have serious concerns when you go all the way up to get a 12th, to the 12th spot in the draft to take a player. That needs to be an impact player, a right-away impact player. We're in year 2, and we're not going to see him till game 7. So absolutely. I mean, you can't say bust yet because he hasn't had a chance to bust. Tony Mandrich was a bust. Okay, that's not Jameson Williams, but he's got a lot of red flags, and the best ability is availability, and he hasn't been available. So, yeah, no doubt. I think if Christian Watson would have been the pick, I think we could have been better off than we are now, but you never know. I mean, he could have come to Detroit and got a bad crack rock, and who knows?
So the whole thing with Nick, he came from North Dakota State, right? If you're not coming from the SEC or coming from the Big Ten or the Pac-12, you're not going to be highly I have a friend, Jeff Risden. He goes to all these. He goes to all the camps. He goes to the Southwest Bowl. He goes to everything, right? Christian was there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I think North Dakota State Division II school doesn't matter. When you see the way this guy flies, he had a great rookie year. You can't deny it.
He was hyped coming out. I mean,
I think if there's one team that's not an FCS school that shows that they can make NFL players, it would be North Dakota State, right?
Right. And we drafted, up to 12. We moved up to 12 from 32. Well, I believe Christian Watson was drafted 34. So if we could have had Christian Watson, there's no doubt about it. And you look at some of those players between 34 and 12, a lot of impact rookies coming right between 12 and 34. So, yeah, it's a red flag. It is a reason of concern. Brad Holmes has crushed every draft, and I think even Packer fans will admit that.
You guys have done very
the
well.
guy has crushed the draft. But, nobody hits 100%. So if J-Mo does wash out.
Facts on that.
I still think that, he's done pretty good when you're pulling gems out of the 6th round.
Well, look, what you're talking about right now, your rationale, you're talking to Packers fans who for many, many, many years, and I'm not talking about most recent, but I'm talking about like with the Aaron Rodgers era, most of those years, our first-round picks were absolute fucking bums, and our second-round picks, and then our fourth-round picks ended up being great. You know what I mean? It's like
right.
Like, so you're finding gems in these other rounds, but our first-round picks were always like Quentin Rollins, Demarius Randall, shit like that. You're like, dude, what was the guy from UCLA that we drafted as a DN? That guy was such a bum.
Bro, we've had plenty of those.
I can't even remember.
You said, you don't hit on every pick, man. That's
like
true.
Third round. We can never get a third round. They're always plus on third round.
It's always fourth round, never third round. I agree with you. Go ahead, A-Dub.
I was trying to say, was you talking about Dayton Jones?
Dayton Jones. Oh my
God.
Dayton Jones. That's him. Yeah, that's him.
Hey man, I'm going to show you guys my view from my hotel room. I'm out of town on business right now. You tell me if you can name the city, okay?
Blue on black.
I know you fuckers in Utah probably don't know, but.
Oh wow. Okay. That's Seattle. That's Seattle, Washington. I just saw.
No.
We got it. We got any guesses?
Seattle,
Vegas.
Washington.
That is Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
And you can see the stadium right across on the other side of that bridge. That's where the Bengals are playing, and then right over there is where the Reds are in the middle of the game right now.
I've been to Ohio, and there's no bragging there. Although it was Cleveland, not Cincinnati, so I'm sure you understand. So look, so we got Darcy, we got Mike, and obviously we want to hear you guys' opinions. So you guys are expected to win the division. That's obvious. Who do you now? Look, be honest about this. I don't
That's
want
funny. That's
to
funny.
say Green
I
Bay.
fucking can't. I just can't accept that.
I don't want
Nick, this is so funny because last year you had me on this time, and you guys were just saying we are trash, but now you have us win the division. What has changed?
Listen. You've earned the hype, Darcy. That take the respect and go with it, bro. You've earned it. You've earned it, bro. I'm not. Look, I'll be the first one. I say this all the time. You guys win the division. You fucking show me that you deserve it, and I'll be the first one to say.
So look,
way to fucking go, man.
They're not winning the division this year. It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
What I'm going to say, Darcy, is this. Main Event Mike has been in the huddle for long enough now to look at my posts and my comments, and you obviously know when I'm just fucking around and trolling and pissing people off, and you obviously know when I'm trying to talk real football, right? There's two different Nicks, obviously. So,
Nick the Dick and Nick the Prick. Nick the Prick. Yeah, Nick the Prick and Nick the Dick. Which one do you do?
And then there's sober Nick.
Yeah, that's true too. We're getting drunk, Nick. No.
Last year, I felt very confident, and I wanted to bring you on so we could troll you and just shit on your team. That's what we love to do, right? Right now, what we're doing, because Green Bay is in a very, I'm going to call it an emotional state, is what I'm going to call it. I'm just going to be honest.
You guys haven't had this feeling ever, have you?
What?
I don't know about that because
don't say that, Darcy. I've been around a long time. Before Brett Favre sucked.
I have more feeling. I have better feeling right now than I did the last 2 years. I think we have a better team now than we did last year for sure.
Fucking A, bro. Fucking A. I agree, John.
Really?
With that though, because the transition from Favre to Rodgers was extremely emotional.
You guys are feeling good about your team, eh?
I actually like our team.
But Nick,
Nick.
Before Favre, you should have seen it.
Last year you said between 11 and 13. Give me your prediction now.
If we win 9 games, I will be extremely satisfied. I made a bet that we will win 6 games this year.
You made a bet you would lose. You would 10 too. So don't forget that, man. Nick's gonna shave his. He's gonna draw a big old dick on his fucking face and permanent marker.
I win no matter what we do.
We don't win if we win 10 or more. Nick's drawing a fucking dick on his face.
And if we win 6, then Ken has to shave his whole face.
But if we win less than 10, I got to shave my head from the neck up.
If we win more than 6 games this year, I have to get a Packers tattoo on my chest.
I got to come back to the group.
And this will be live when we do this. We'll be doing this on a show. Nick will be taking that marker and drawing a penis head.
Listen,
look, to Darcy, to your question, I fully expect to win 8 games and lose 9 this year. I think that's reasonable because we have a talented roster. We still have our defense, but we have Jordan Love, and I just don't know what that means yet.
Look, man, after watching us play and seeing that we got something, I mean, I'm not seeing that Jordan Love's a total fucking flop. We're going to win 10 games, man. 10 games. We're going to win 10. I'm saying it.
Actually, main event Mike is one of the people because Russell's not very high on Jordan Love, but main event Mike kind of was like, I actually see that Jordan Love might be decent.
I haven't seen enough tape to. Mike?
Yeah. I mean, look. Jordan Love has got everything that a young quarterback in the new NFL that you're looking for, okay? He's mobile. He's got a big arm. Whether or not he can read defenses, we just haven't seen him enough to know yet. If he's accurate enough, we don't know yet. But he's got all the tools, and the Packers would not have let Aaron Rodgers walk out the door unless they were confident. So, yeah, I'm a little worried. Besides, you got the best running game in the division. You've got the best defense in the division. What's a young quarterback's best friend, right? A good run game and a good defense. So, he wouldn't have gotten this far if he was a bum. Let's put it that way. So I totally expect the Packers to contend for this division with the Lions, and it's going to be fun to see the Vikings in the basement.
Yeah. And one thing I think holds true in the NFL.
Vikings be last.
When you bring a new guy in the NFL and you put him into a really, really bad situation, dude, that could ruin a guy that could have been great, right? But I feel like the Packers, they didn't put him in a bad position. I feel like what more could you ask if you're Jordan Love other than to sit here right now with the team, the roster that he has? He needs to succeed with this. You know,
bro, we set him up to succeed.
But wait a minute, don't you guys think he let the Packers off the hook by restructuring that contract and taking a split contract?
Absolutely.
I mean, you left him sitting on the bench for 3 years, man. If I was him, I'd say, "Oh no, you're going to watch me go and ball out, and then you're going to pay me."
Look, man, he learned the one thing he learned from sitting behind Rodgers for 3 years, what not to do to keep his position where he's at. Rodgers became a diva, bro. He started out great, and he morphed into something that he didn't want to take part in training camp. He wasn't there for mini camps. None of that stuff. Jordan Love and all these wide receivers and running backs, they all hung out in the offseason. They all were practicing when they didn't need to. They want this. They feel this. They want to make sure that they can be the best team they can be. And you guys should be worried about that.
Mike froze. I'm gonna boot him. Mike, come back on. Darcy, come back on also. I'm just going to kick Mike because he's frozen. Come back on.
Is he frozen?
He is.
Look at that mug.
So what I will say, he said connection issues.
Yeah.
What I will say is I think what they were saying, both Darcy and Mike, they had good, valid points where, like, dude, we're not putting Jordan Love in a bad situation. Let's be honest. We're not. No. So I do feel like that's even added pressure. It's like, dude, what more could you want? Like, we're giving you the keys to Green Bay, and he's talking about that split contract and like him doing us favors. I think that's because Love wants the keys to Green Bay, right? He wants.
He wants this. He's doing everything. He's doing everything he has to do to make it work.
Well, look, when you talk about sports, right? You talk about like the New York Yankees, right? You talk about the LA Lakers, the Boston Celtics, right? You want the keys to the Lamborghini, right? I feel like the Green Bay Packers is one of the biggest, keys to the cars that you can get.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Of course he's going to put himself in that position where we have the most ride and die fans.
And another thing too, I think once he proves himself and he gets his other contract, I don't think he's going to ask to be one of the highest players. I think he wants to save some money on the cap so he can get people around him. I think he's going to be.
So you predict he's going to do what Rodgers did, because Rodgers didn't do that either. In Rodgers, when he got done with his first contract, he got paid $10 million up front on his next contract, and he actually was like the 15th highest paid quarterback in the league at that point. Won a Super Bowl, stayed on his contract. They didn't restructure. Yeah. They didn't pay him more. He stayed on his contract, won an MVP, killed it for many years, right? Carried our team. So what John Dorn is saying is that he believes that Jordan Love is going to have somewhat of a decent year this year, and he's not going to ask for too much money. What he's going to do is sit there and go, hey, we want to win, right? So let's win. And that's where we're going. That's the trajectory. Exactly. I believe that's what you're saying, right, John Dorn?
Yeah, pretty much, yep, exactly.
So bro, we've been killing it. Look, everybody, for all the knock on Goody and all the problems between Rodgers and Goody has drafted and found free agents and has done a spectacular job at putting us in this position. This is all Goody, man.
I will say I do like Goody much. Rest in peace, Ted Thompson. This is not
respect, bro. Facts.
And Mark Murphy can go pound sand. Fuck that guy. For real.
I can't wait to retire.
Did you see we got a new female treasurer or some stuff?
Well, let's be honest. If there's someone that's fickle about money and uses it appropriately, it's not a woman. But I have belief that she will.
I'm not going to knock it till she just got the job, so we'll see. But look, Mark Murphy's on his way out, and it's good riddance as far as I'm concerned.
Mark Murphy sucked his whole tenure.
Well, this thing I said earlier, they got 2 years. Good and okay.
I actually hope
Good and Flores got 2 years left before to prove themselves. If they don't, a new GM comes in, he can come in and say, I'm wiping these fuckers clean and bringing his own guys in.
I think Mark Murphy needs to get the fuck out. Let Goody take that position.
Yeah.
And bring someone else in. Now, look, we need someone that knows what the fuck they're doing with free agency, though. That's what we need. But I will say that Goody is way better than Ted Thompson and Mark Murphy ever were.
Let's just remember Devontae Campbell and Rasul Douglas all came in because Goody found them.
That is a Goody pick right there, picking up Rasul Douglas for no reason whatsoever.
Who was that pass rusher we had we brought in from Dallas too? He played really good and he got hurt. He was fucking played phenomenal. I said, God darn it, and he got hurt. That was 2 years ago. We picked him up from the Cowboys.
From the Cowboys, or are you thinking of?
No, are you talking about Rasul Douglas?
No, we picked up a pass rusher from
Merciless. That was from the Texans, though. I thought
Merciless. Smith.
Yeah, and he got hurt. And man, he was doing really good until he got hurt.
He was a first-round draft pick. He was a high draft pick, and the Cowboys were like, "This guy's a bum," so we picked him up, and he was a bum.
Actually, he played pretty damn good until he got hurt.
No, he didn't. You're talking. No. You're talking about Whitney Merciless.
That's what I'm talking about. Whitney Merciless. It was Merciless.
Yeah.
The Texans. It was the Texans. That's what I'm saying.
That was a good pickup. He was really good for us.
He just got injured, bro. He tore his bicep. Yeah.
But
Whitney Merciless, that was a great pickup for us.
Yeah, he only went 1 year, but because of the injury, I mean. Hey, bro, look! When they brought in Zadarius.
Hold on, Rob. I'll let you go next. Go ahead, A-Dub.
Yeah, you guys mentioned free agents. I'm thinking one's got to remember Zadarius and Preston Smith were good pickups for us too.
Yes, no, that's what I was about to say. Zadarius was great coming in.
I think the Rasul Douglas pick is more impressive though, because you're
I don't know. The Campbell pick is pretty impressive too, man.
I agree with that also. The Devondre Campbell and the Rasul Douglas picks
Diamond
are
in the
much
rough,
more
man.
impressive because Preston and Zadarius Smith were already like touted as like good free agents,
Right.
So we paid him. But Rasul Douglas, no one wanted him, and we're like, bro. Now all of a sudden
He's like, bro, he's a staple in our defense.
Marquee player. Everyone in the league knows who Rasul Douglas is now because of Green Bay.
Well, and look, dude, and look, here's just another example. Valentine and the new running back, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. These are all good. These are all Goody picks, man. These are all fucking finds that Goody found.
Campbell was left for dead by the fucking Cardinals, man.
Yeah.
And Green Bay went, you know what? I believe you could be pretty good, and he fucking killed it, man.
Bro.
And never looked back.
That's what I'm saying. Goody sees something. There's something special about Goody. What it is, I don't know. He sees these guys.
I agree. Real quick, A-Dub. I'm going to let you go next, but I want JR to touch on this because you haven't talked in a long time. I want you to touch on what we're talking about, man. Like, this is like finding diamonds in the rough at this point.
Yeah.
You're finding the needle in the haystack, man.
Yes, I love it. What you want me to touch on now? You want me to talk about the Goody Kids picks, like what we got?
We're talking about Rasul Douglas, Devondre Campbell. We're talking.
I love them. I love them. Those are great pickups, man.
The
Those
Smith brothers. We're talking about all this shit. Where
They're
it's
amazing.
like Goody is doing something that we haven't done in a long time.
As well. I think Murphy did a good job in his 10 years as well. You're gonna hate that. You're gonna hate that.
He got us. Come on. The draft coming here. He got us that.
Murphy did the Ted Thompson thing like for too long. Like dude, it wasn't that. Remember when Murphy was like, "Oh, now I'm gonna be the GM," and it was like, "No, Ted Thompson is clearly still the GM. You're just."
I don't know, man. I feel like we picked up some good old pieces too with Murphy and Ted Thompson.
One thing about Murphy, he needs a fucking duct tape around his mouth. That's what he needs.
Yeah, that's true. That Murphy says dumb shit every fucking day. I'm sick of listening to Murphy. Every time Goody talks, it's almost like you're listening to Bill Belichick, if that makes sense. It's like, well, I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'll give you a snippet real quick. Dude, Mike Murphy, Mark Murphy, fucking Melanie Murphy, whatever you want to call him at this point. This motherfucker says the dumbest shit ever, and I truly believe
that's we care 65%.
I truly believe Rodgers is gone because of Murphy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Sorry, JR, go ahead and touch on it.
Rodgers is.
Hold on, A-Dub, you're next. JR, go.
Man, listen, man. Rodgers is too much of a drama queen. I love what he did for our organization. I ain't gonna lie. I love what he did for us.
He carried
us. I mean, he's a great
years.
quarterback. You would never take that out the bad man. Okay, he will always be that fucking bad man. But I hated how
us for many years.
I hated how he held our place hostage. You know. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it quick. Okay, so he went to the Jets. He took a fat ass pay cut. Correct.
Yep.
How come he didn't take a pay cut for us to get all these?
Because he's getting paid that pay cut.
We could have had. We could have had DeAndre Hopkins one point of our time in our career. We could have had OBJ one point in time in our career. We could have. I mean, we could have. I'm just saying.
But OBJ, really? You think he was a step up?
Back in the day, back then, yes, that OBJ was good back then. That I think of.
But he's a diva, bro. Look at all the problems he's caused.
But I mean, you think about it. OBJ,
real quick, JR.
Devontae Adams, bro. Come on, dude. Like that'd be a number 2. He would have been a solid number 2.
Real quick, JR.
I'm just.
We had the money to sign those guys. Every single opportunity that we had, and management fucked the money elsewhere. So it's not that
the real question
is,
did they want to play for Green Bay? That's the real question.
I don't think they wanted to.
I mean, why wouldn't any wide receiver want to play with Aaron Rodgers?
I mean,
it's not that.
It's
not that. It's that they know that they can dupe someone like the Cardinals, for example, with
money, man. You want money.
Yeah,
exactly. Players don't care when they play, as long as the money.
Yeah, you're right.
Bro, that was one of the biggest blunders we had, is not drafting J.J. Watt.
TJ. That was TJ.
TJ, TJ.
My bad. I said JJ. What I meant was TJ Watt.
Yeah.
And the Steelers got him after us when we picked. That was one of the biggest blunders, man.
Who the hell did we pick up before him?
I don't. Pretty sure it's a fucking bum. I know that.
Was it Rashawn Gary?
I'm pretty sure T.J. Watt grew up a Packer fan too, man.
Unfortunately, we didn't have a first-round pick that year.
Why didn't we?
I don't know why, but I remember that year.
Did we trade out of it at the drafts? Because that, that was our big thing. We used to trade picks to get a lot of picks.
We traded that pick. That's why.
That's probably why, because it was probably like 31 or something. And
we traded that pick, and we got the 33rd pick in that trade, which was the first pick of the second round, and we drafted Kevin King with it.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh no, we didn't have a pick. That's not what happened. We traded out of that pick.
Yeah,
that is true.
We were famous for trading out of the picks, though, man. We were famous for that. Famous for that.
Bullshit.
It used to be. We would start out with like 8 picks, and by the time the draft was over, we had 13 because they traded back and got so many extra picks.
So T.J. Watt got drafted 30th by the Pittsburgh Steelers. We traded out of our pick, and we got Kevin King out of the deal.
Fucking A, bro. That just hurts.
We got Kevin King.
That's straight in the ass without the Vaseline.
We could have had T.J. Watt and Rashawn Gary as our linebackers right now, but nope.
He said nope. He said nope.
I love Rashawn Gary. I think he's special.
Hey, now, were you high on Rashawn Gary, though? Because a lot of guys weren't high on Rashawn when we drafted him.
I shit on that draft pick. I was not high
bro,
on
a lot of people did, bro. A lot of people did.
I agree with Nick.
John Dorn, how were you about that pick?
How the fuck would we ever do that? I was so mad.
I feel more confident in Van Ness right now than I did with Rashawn Gary when we
you remember that Lions fan, that big boy, he used to drive all the time. He'd be talking on his lives all the time. I forget it.
Perfectly honest, I'm not.
But that dude, they're like, we watch Rashawn Gary's career. He sucks. He's never going to be nothing, bro.
You're wrong.
All they said coming out was
shout out to Melvin Griffin. You were wrong.
And he gets so much pressure, even if you don't get the sack.
Go figure, Melvin's wrong.
A lot of pressure.
Oh my God.
He's always
so JR, A-Dub, you had some stuff to say. JR, I'm going to let A-Dub go for it.
I'm sorry, guys. I get excited when we talk football.
Go ahead. Let him go.
A-Dub, you go ahead and go on it. And then JR, I want you to rebuttal, or not rebuttal, but respond off of what he says.
All right.
Well, this was getting back to what y'all were saying about about the free agency signings of Devondre Campbell and Rasul Douglas. If there was something that those two offered that I think you guys didn't mention before, is both of them have Super Bowl experience, given other teams they played for. Like Rasul Douglas was played in the Super Bowl when he was with the Eagles, and Devondre Campbell, he played in the Super Bowl.
He didn't play in the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but who were those guys before they came to us? Because I don't remember those guys making the name for themselves.
Hold on. Rasul Douglas didn't play in the Super Bowl.
He was in a practice squad, wasn't he?
He was on the practice squad.
There we go.
But he was on a team. He got a ring.
Devondre Campbell did play in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So go on, A.
Those are good points, though. That's a good point.
I just wanted to make sure that wasn't misappropriated. That's all.
Yeah, I was just saying that was one factor they bring to this defense, is that at least those guys have Super Bowl experience coming to Green Bay.
I think the best experience that Rasul Douglas brings to this defense is he's just a fucking dog and he's hungry. Like, he's coming to a team where he's like, oh, you're going to give me a chance because no one else did? Literally, no one else gave him a chance. He's
they shitted on him.
Some defenses are built for guys, man. I mean, that's just how
we gave him a chance, and that's all he needed. He was like, bet, you gave me a chance. And now, I'm telling you, Rasul Douglas, every fucking NFL fan, a real NFL fan, knows exactly
who he is, bro.
Rasul Douglas.
He's got a nose for that fucking ball.
He also got his boy Jair on the other side.
Jair's helping him out too and training him as well. So that boy just only gonna get better.
Hey guys, what do you think of the nickname Strap City?
What'd you say? Oh, Jair, Strap City.
Strap City. What do you think, bro? What do you think? Strap City. What do you guys think about that? Because that's going to be this year, man. Strap City, baby.
So
I love it.
Look, let's be honest. I'm sure Jair has coached Rasul Douglas in these moments.
Of course.
But I truly believe that Rasul Douglas is one of those Nnamdi Asomugha type cornerbacks where you put him on an island and he just makes shit happen. Like you can't put a leash on this guy. Just let him be on his island.
There's no formula for it, bro.
Well,
Another person. What about Nixon?
Jair Alexander is not an island.
We ain't even talked about him.
Jair Alexander is not an island boy. He's not an island boy. He's not one of those. What Jair Alexander is best at is shadowing. He's a shadow cornerback. For him to manipulate and shadow a guy and just be like, I'm going to be right here all fucking game. That's what Jair.
What it is, bro, is he puts himself in position to be a factor at the play every time.
So we were talking about hybrid type safety cornerback type positions. Now, if Eric Stokes can be healthy and stop being a fucking
pray to the football gods.
If Eric Stokes can be healthy, you can have Rasul Douglas and Eric Stokes be the main corners, and you can have Rasul Douglas shadow anybody he wants. See what I'm saying? We got options, man. But it really is up to, and John Dorn's gonna like scoff at this. It's really up to what Barry, his defensive scheme. If he's able to,
bro, what we need is this pass rush that's been getting all kinds of sacks. We need this to continue through when we go into the regular season.
This is no longer a talent problem, though, Rob. This is.
Yeah, but look, man, what's going to help the secondary is you get pressure on that quarterback, the pass rush.
With Barry's defense, what's going to happen?
This is not a talent problem. This is not a defensive problem. This is a Joe Barry problem, is it not?
Well, tell you the truth, it's not Barry's fucking problem. Tell you the truth,
it's not.
It's the players. It was the players last year. It was the damn players last year.
It was the scheme, bro. It was a scheme because when they changed it and flipped it around, and went out of that zone shit, it was much better. When they perfect example. Look, JJ got 180 yards on us game one. Then they in that zone shit, we had Preston Smith covering him. How the fuck is Preston Smith going to cover Jefferson?
Tell me about it. What happened was our players weren't doing their fucking job. I was watching the Lions game. I watched it over 2-3 times. Where fucking Savage, he got.
Bro, when they put Alexander on him and it went lockdown, JJ didn't get shit.
And then there's one on Preston Smith where they ran it. He should have won. He should have covered his outside. He cut inside. He should have cut that outside. And that's when fucking what's his name, man, right around him. The Lions, watch that Lions game, man. There were so many fucking
John, I agree
players.
with you,
The players.
John's got a point, though. He's got a point, dude.
I'm not saying he don't.
John, I agree with you, and I also disagree with you because I agree with you that our players were not doing their job, but maybe we're so goddamn talented that we need to be playing man because zone just doesn't work.
They were talking about that because they did play better when they played man to man.
Zone plays into the offense, man.
Zone players.
The quarterback can take what you give him. When you give zone, you're giving up areas.
They don't realize this. It only depends on what team, what offense we're playing against.
John, let me ask you a question. In 2010, when we had the second rated defense in the whole league and we won the Super Bowl, what did we play? Do we play zone or do we mainly play man?
Man. But we got the people to do it. We got the people to
play zone, or does
we have the people to do it now, though, to play zone. We have the people now. This is the best secondary we've had in 30 fucking years.
I'm asking you a question real quick. Does Nick Collins and Atari Bigsby, are they more favored in zone or man-to-man coverages? Now, and I'm not talking about them in man-to-man coverages. What I'm talking about is the defense being in man-to-man with their zone. Now, what I'm asking you is the players that we had, right? The players that we had. Are you going to put Charles Woodson in zone all the time? Why would you ever do that?
You want him up against that player, bro.
So
want him up against that player, bro.
So maybe our defense, because we're so fucking talented, why would you go 60% zone, 40% man?
It depends on the offense we're playing against. It all depends on what kind of schemes they're throwing at us.
Okay, but we have Eric Stokes, who is Eric Stokes is like
the way I understand it. Look, I understand zone has its advantages. Okay, because you put out a grid, it's supposed to be able. The guys are supposed to be able to cover a grid.
All the time.
It's a matchup scheme. It's a matchup. My chess piece against your chess piece. It all depends what team we're playing, what players, and trying to match the best.
All I'm saying is zone is easier for a quarterback to pick apart and take what the defense gives them. When they say that, that's what a zone defense is doing.
Jeff, we're arguing because this is the whole point of a show, and this is the whole point of debate, because not every Packers fan is
arguing.
We're not arguing, bro. Bro, this is love, bro. This is love.
We can agree to disagree. Christ, come on now.
Do you know what would happen if we all just...
These are regular Packer fans right here.
Everything that everybody said.
We'd be the fucking Bears if we all fucking agreed.
Dead-ass show if that's the case.
I know, right? Everything. If we all just went, you know what, I agree with everybody.
Carlos is the best kicker in the NFL. You agree, guys? Just because I say he is.
Shut the fuck up with that.
Look, man, look.
But what I'm saying is, we played man to man the last 6 weeks of
bro. And that's what turned our defense around, is switching the.
Yeah.
And look, I don't care what they say. We've gotten better on the secondary, especially adding Valentine. Valentine makes it so if we play man. Honestly, John Dorn, you don't think if we turn him loose?
We love
I think it's going to happen a lot more this year. It's going to be a lot more this year. Because Valentine, his best is actually playing man to man.
I think we're going to have that shutdown. That Strap City's going to be famous, girl. We're going to shut down anything that comes out our way.
You know, it's going to be awesome having Jair follow the #1 receiver the whole entire year.
I like to see that. You're right, JR. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Every time Jair tells Barry that he wants to do that, Barry's going to sit there and go, yeah.
Hey, guess what's going to happen, bro? Strap City gonna get it. No
Strap City all the way, bro.
No fly.
You mean like this? Like that?
I can't wait, dude. Y'all got me fucking geeked for tomorrow now. I'm there opening day at Lambeau as well. When Saints come to town.
Are you going to the game?
Yeah, I'm going. I got like 6 tickets already. To
bro, we're gonna be doing the live show, so check in. Make sure you check in, bro.
You said 6 tickets? What?
Yeah, I'm going to the Rams. I'm going to the Vikings. I'm going to the Saints when they come down. I want
the Vikings.
Yeah, JR.
So the Vikings won. The Vikings game in October. Me and my boy are talking about being there with you and Bill and everybody.
Come on.
We're talking about being
Look, hey, man, I don't care whatever happens. Hey, listen, you motherfuckers. No matter what happens, 2025, when the draft is in fucking Green Bay, we're all going to be there for the fucking draft.
Yeah, I better see all of you motherfuckers there. That's all.
All for the draft. We're all coming for the draft.
There's a question.
Plan that shit now, bitches. It's 2025. Plan it.
Question, damn it.
What's your question?
So, honest question. Guys, do you think Clifford and Love will fight for the starting job?
Hell no.
No.
No. Shut up.
Look, bro, the only reason that you like Clifford is because he got more play time. If we'd have left Love out there to play more, he would light it up, and then you guys wouldn't even be talking about Clifford. That's the only difference.
In my opinion, it's not even close. It's not.
It's not even close.
Sean Clifford is only getting that kind of playing time to be to get himself familiar and elevated with this offense.
To make himself QB2. Listen, there's a title out there, QB2. It's still up for grabs. If Clifford wants it, he needs to claim it. Because QB1's taken, bro. QB1's gone.
You're going to understand when I say this. I know all of us in this panel right now are going to understand when I say this. Sean Clifford is the new Kurt Bankert. Is he not?
Yeah.
He's Brett Favre.
You guys think that maybe
Brett Favre. I look at him as like Brett Favre, bro. He had some super awesome passes, and then he had some fucking shit.
No, fuck that. He's a Matt Flynn.
You guys think that, or not last year, 2 years ago, do you guys think that maybe Kurt Bankert should start instead of Aaron Rodgers? And we're like, what?
Yeah.
This is what This is what's happening.
Bro, that was hilarious, though. Come on, man. That's funny just saying that. Say that again. Say that again, Nick. That was funny.
That Kurt Bankert should be the starter over Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
That happened. That's a real thing. JR,
bro, that can't be real.
That was a real thing. That actually happened. People were asking us
Well, one thing about Jordan Love, he knows that playbook inside and out. He knows everything about that offense. Everything.
Bro, let's be honest. Sean Clifford does not.
No one said Clifford can't play.
Clifford does not have the accuracy that Jordan Love does. He doesn't have the touch. He doesn't have the accuracy.
Well, of course, the man's a rookie. You can't count on that part yet.
I mean, I'm not trying to, but this is the question that we're answering, right?
Okay.
No, look, I understand. The reason these fans think this is because Clifford got a lot of play time, and he's who led the offense.
Okay. How many interceptions do you think he'll have tomorrow? Clifford.
I don't know. Well, after seeing that report saying that Love is going to get some time, I mean, I would like to see Clifford with the ones. I would like to see what he can do, but
so how much playing time is Love getting tomorrow? A series or two, or what?
We don't even know. Don't came out sending yet.
But so Goody alluded to him not playing at all. Mm-hmm. Now reports are saying expect him to play with the ones. So
I'm thinking 1 or 2.
Look, honestly, man, I think he needs the game time. It's invaluable time that he can get to be ready himself for the season.
The max that Love to play is about two series. After that, no more.
Two series.
I actually disagree with that. I actually disagree with that.
Okay, Nick, how?
Because okay, I'm going to tell you how. Do you guys remember when Rodgers was taking over for Favre? He played full quarters in preseason just to get acclimated with the. Do you guys not remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened was in preseason, Rodgers was killing it in preseason.
Okay, so say
full quarters.
But you don't realize back then we didn't have practices. We didn't have
we have better rules now to save the quarterback. So I feel like today in the preseason, it's much more acclimated for the quarterback.
Any amount of game time you could get in real game time is invaluable, bro. That's experience. That's experience.
But you understand, bro? We have an early bye week. You get that man injured right now, bro. That's a liability hazard right there, man. Keeping him on that field. You could have one of these kids trying to make a name for himself.
We're going to roll him out.
We're going to see it, bro. It's coming up tomorrow.
I can't.
We're going to roll him out for 17 games. If he gets hurt in preseason, then I guess he wasn't about that life.
Bro, look.
We got Clifford, the big dog.
Bro, all I'm saying is like this whole thing, like where it's like,
but you cannot put that man out there to die like that.
Bro,
you can't do that.
He's not being put out there to die. They're not putting him out there by himself without his regular offensive line.
Better go get Wentz then.
Hold on, everybody. Look, listen to me. We have a new quarterback. We have a new offense. We have a new everything at this point. If you can't sit there and play 3 preseason games with like a quarter or two at least in each preseason game, then maybe you shouldn't be playing football, because if you're going to get hurt even before the season starts, then maybe you get off the fucking field.
Look, I grew up watching Brett Favre play. He's the Iron Man of fucking football, bro. He played in the preseason. He played in the regular season. He played in the fucking playoffs. That man did not take time off.
See what I would do? I'd put him in for 2 series this game or this game tomorrow. Then the next one, sit him all the other ones.
I think he should play until the first quarter ends. I really do.
I agree with that.
Yes, he needs to get. If he's not playing a full quarter, at least by the 3rd game.
Now look. Let me tell you guys something.
I wouldn't say a full preseason game though.
I truly believe this.
Who's our 3rd preseason game? What's our 3rd preseason game?
Once
the Seahawks.
The Seahawks. Once the first quarter ends, even if Jordan Love was driving, right? Even if he's driving down the field, once the first quarter ends, you go, I'm pulling you now because the first quarter ended. I truly believe that you should give him one full
then I agree
quarter.
I agree, bro. Brett Favre used to play a full quarter by the 4th game. Because we played 4 games back then.
You get like 2 or 3 series anyways in a quarter.
You got to play. You got to give him that time. You got to give him that reps with his regular guys, with his wide receivers, with his tight ends, with his running backs. All that timing matters.
One thing I will say, I think that not Aaron Jones. I don't think that Aaron Jones should play preseason. I don't see a reason why. I think A.J. Dillon needs to play preseason.
Yeah, he played last week.
I think he needs to play full.
Bro, I want to
with
see
Cooper.
Van Ness. I'm sorry. We haven't seen enough of Van Ness in
We're
preseason.
talking about defense
Thank
now.
you.
What we're
Thank
talking
you.
about is like
Yes.
who should play. So I truly believe that Jordan Love, A.J. Dillon, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, and Reed should all in Musgrave.
And Musgrave. Don't forget
They
Musgrave.
should all play 1 quarter of football tomorrow. That's how I feel about
Do
it.
you know who can kick rocks right now? Get rid of Newsom. Kick that dude out the team.
Oh my God! Hey!
It was his birthday yesterday. He didn't get fucking booted.
Bro.
I was about to go. Hey, John,
Bro,
hey, John
kick
Dorn.
rocks.
John Dorn.
He said,
Kick rocks.
John Dorn. I'm gonna
Hit the
give John
pavement,
Dorn
bro.
the floor. He's gonna talk about Newsom.
I'm sorry. He's got to go, bro. That is one guy I never heard mentioned yet. He got to
Newsom.
go.
I keep calling him fucking Newsom. It's not Newsom because you said Newsom.
Bryce Newsom.
It's not Newsom. You fucks. It's Newman.
It's
God.
Newman. Yeah, it's Newman, not Newsom. He's like,
Go ahead, John Dorn. This is your segment about
have that.
Man, I like
Royce
that.
Newman.
Newman. Yeah, I wanted him gone like fucking last year already. That guy, more penalties than fucking, I don't know, fucking, their whole fucking team, he's got the most penalties, man. The dude's worthless, man. He gets beat all the time. It's like, but, I mean, they got that Rasheed Walker. I think he can take his spot, you know? So I think we should just need to boot him. Especially if he gets another couple, you know, flags fucking, you know, this preseason game or next one, get him out of here.
I truly believe that if we cut Newman, it would not change our team one.
shit, I don't know. That's death right there, Nick.
No, it's not. No, it's
Look at
not.
Rasheed Walker, man. He's been fucking.
Well,
Look.
Walker's a tackle, so if
Yeah.
you put
Newman
anybody,
is a fucking bum. That is not death.
He's a bum.
That-
Get him out of here.
Get out
I
there,
can
bro.
find. I can go to my daughter's basketball practice tomorrow and find someone that can block better than that guy. So we're, real quick, A-Dub, I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna spotlight you real quick. You were about to say something. Go ahead with the offensive line. Like Newman needs to be cut, right?
yeah, I could agree with that. Like if you'll take a chance on anybody else to take his spot as a depth guy, may as well consider Sean Ryan for that. The 3rd round pick we got from UCLA.
Yeah.
So why are we
There
pandering?
you go. 3rd round pick. I like it.
Real quick, why are we pandering to this guy, A-Dub?
Why would we pander to him? Well, like y'all say, it's just a matter of making sure the O-line's got plenty of depth behind it. I mean, it's one of the reasons I think we never did pick an O-lineman with this past draft that we had. Because the line was set.
So I don't know if you guys saw this news. Listen, Packers fans, real quick. Did you see that Zach Tom was proclaimed the starter at right tackle?
I love that.
Bro, I love it.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see
I
that?
love it. Yeah.
Zach Tom in the last preseason game gave up 0 pressures once again for the millionth fucking time. This dude really is a multi-tool. Like,
Bro, but the thing is, everybody's talking shit. It's because we played against 2s and 3s. We need to see these guys against some 1s.
Well, first of all, last year Zach Tom gave up nothing last year also when he started in every.
I'm all about Zach, bro.
He is so good.
Well,
And you know
like I
what?
said earlier,
Zach
our offensive
Tom is
line.
Go ahead, John.
Our offensive line last week had 0 pressures on Love whatsoever. It was the cleanest pocket. Love had the cleanest pocket of any fucking quarterback in the NFL last week in the preseason game.
But what A-Dub said, man, we had. When's the last time we never drafted any offensive lineman in a draft?
But let me ask you guys a question. When was the last? Who's the last lineman that you've ever heard of that plays every single position and gives up 0 pressures at every single position?
I almost want to say Elton Jenkins, but I'm kind of lying.
It is Elton Jenkins.
It is Jenkins.
I wanted to say
And clearly he knows how to box.
So, not only is Elton Jenkins our starting left guard, which is what he's clearly.
He's our whole starting line, dude. He can go anywhere on that damn line.
And Zach Tom is another Elton Jenkins.
He
doesn't give shit up. And you know what? Yosh Nijman got his position taken. So now Zach Tom is the starting right tackle for the Packers.
There you go.
Maybe Yime can take our center.
I did see that. This is not a joke. I did see today
I'm not too fun
that Josh
of
Myers was getting bullied by the Patriots in joint
Bad
practice.
snaps too.
Yeah,
Every time
I
he's in
saw
there.
that. I saw that Josh Myers was getting shit on. I'm not even like, look, we're Packers fans, right? But we can accept when
We can be truthful about it. I mean,
yeah.
Look, man, if you don't have bad practices, you ain't learning shit.
Nah, everything I read this morning was that Josh Myers is just not having a good camp the whole time. He's just not doing good. So, you know what I believe is going to happen, because Yosh Nijman is a really good tackle. Like, I truly believe that.
We got good depth, bro.
I actually think Zach Tom might take over the center position.
Who?
And then Diamond on the
Zach Tom.
right.
You gonna make him take over the center?
He played every single position just like Elton Jenkins. He does everything well. I actually think Zach Tom might take over the center position, and Yosh Nijman takes over the right tackle position again.
Exactly. Oh my God, that'd be a nasty line.
That
dude.
would
You know what
be,
I'm saying?
That would be badass. I don't know.
Do you know one of our best draft picks recently also was is John Runyon. Bro, we got him. I believe it was the 4th round, right? I believe.
Yeah.
He ended up being such a great draft pick.
I heard that Ryan too. He started stepping up pretty good.
We don't actually have holes in our offensive line right now. Like, we have no reason.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is the first draft I can remember we didn't draft an offensive lineman.
Newman, we get down on him mostly because he's always offside, or he's always holding or doing something. He's always getting a flag. He's always getting penalties or something on something.
And just like you already mentioned, apparently Rasheed Walker and Jake Hansen, everything that I've read anyways, is they're looking good too, but who knows until you get to the real shit, right? Zach Tom has already proved. He played last year. He started in many positions last year. He already proved that he's another Elton Jenkins, man. We got 2 Elton Jenkins. To be honest, Elton Jenkins, do you remember, I believe it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago, Elton Jenkins played every single position, even center.
That's when Bakhtiari was out, wasn't it?
It was when everybody was out. Everybody got hurt. That was when Myers. That was when Myers got a fracture.
That was his rookie year. Like his rookie year. Yeah, he played good.
And Elton Jenkins played literally.
It was at our 6-9-1 year.
Yeah.
Every single position, right? He gave up jack shit, man. So we have Zach Tom and Elton Jenkins. We have 2 of them now.
Yeah.
So
I make an active bounce around too, actually.
If Myers keeps getting beat and keeps getting shit on, which his rookie year he was really, really good and then he got hurt. His second year he was really, really good and then he got hurt. If Myers keeps getting hurt, and we're gonna let him go eventually, and I'm telling you, Zach Tom will take over all of a sudden, and then we'll put Yosh Nijman in that right tackle position, and just like John Gordon
years.
I don't know how Nyman's not starting already.
Hold on. Just like John Dorn just did, he went, oh, yeah, that's a nasty offensive line.
No.
So go ahead, guys. That's all I wanted to get at.
You figure the past 2 years, we always draft 3 offensive linemen. And then this year, bam, nobody. Because we had
Zero this year. 0.
We got all set. And then next year, we're gonna have like 10 picks, if not more, again next year.
Luckily, we got Walker, we got Hansen, we got Nijman, we got depth this time. Like, we actually got guys finally.
Yeah.
Safety's even actually starting to show up. I'm starting to like our safety room.
No, I agree with you. John Dorn, I totally agree with you. Go ahead, JR.
All I was gonna say is that all we need is that fucking Aaron Rodgers guy to play 65% of his fucking snaps, and we get another first-round pick. That's all I got.
And lose every game. So this is something
He
that we
better
talked about
play
before the show. This is something that we talked about. The whole Bakhtiari trade rumor. It doesn't make sense for the Packers, does it? Because if you're helping the Jets and Aaron Rodgers win games, that's bad for us. We need him to play 65%. Once he does, we get a first-round pick. Now, we need you guys to lose games. Lose, right?
Look, I expect the Jets 8-9 if we get. That's the best we can hope they can lose to 8-9.
And plus, they said it would be like another $20 million hit, a dead cap hit. Like, why would we do that? You know what I mean?
The Jets gave up their whole camp, bro. They got rid of Elijah Moore. They're stupid for that. I mean, come on.
That was
They're
bad.
Dumb.
And
they picked up Cobb and Lazard, and replaced Elijah Moore. You're stupid. They're dumb.
Bad trade.
Dude, they're hoping Lazard and Cobb can replace him.
If I'm being completely honest, I would predict right now that the Jets would go 11-6 this year. Like
I don't know that offensive line looks horrible, dude. I mean, it's bad. You got sacked like 8 times the other day.
Look,
all the Jets are missing is a quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers is a fucking.
As long as he plays 65%, I'm good. The only thing Rodgers will do to us is if he faces us in the playoffs.
Look, this is actually interesting. So I believe the Jets will win 11 games.
Yes, they will. I agree.
I think they'll win like 6.
So JR agrees. Let's go to A-Dub. How many games do you think the Jets will win this year?
I can't disagree.
They got a great defense, man. They
also got a great offense now too. I mean,
they added Dalvin Cook.
They got Dalvin Cook now, and dude,
they're fucking stacked, dude.
They are
all around the board, though.
I think 11 games is very generous.
11 is easy. I think 11 is easy for them. Rodgers just come off winning 13 wins. Rodgers just come off a team winning 13 wins for 3 seasons.
We're gonna get to you, Rob.
I'm sorry, man.
A-Dub, no, don't be sorry. Like A-Dub, what do you think the Jets will win this year? What do you think their record will be?
Probably more. I don't know.
I'm giving them the same as far as 11, but I just look at their schedule. Like they're gonna have a lot of tough games to play.
Oh, of course, because the AFC is rough.
Especially.
But I'm pretty sure they got a top 5 defense already.
So continue, A-Dub. Go on with the rest of your thought.
Thought process I have right now is like, as you say, the Jets pretty much loaded up on their offense, and the defense is going to be their strong suit just as much. But my biggest case for them is how well they match up against their own division, because, as I would say, both Miami and Buffalo are going to be up there with them as far as teams that come out of that division in the playoffs.
And Miami is considered a dark horse to be really good this year. So, John Dorn, you can go ahead and give me your prediction for their wins and losses, and just go ahead and give me all the context for it. Like, what do you think the Jets will do?
Probably 5-13.
No, I'm thinking 8 or 9. 8 or 9 wins. I think their offensive line is not worse than people think, man. It's pretty bad right now.
It's not good.
Rodgers getting old. I mean, he's throwing picks, and he's not even looking good in camp right now, I'll tell you the truth, guys. He's not even looking good in camp.
I watched Hard Knocks, and I think he actually does look good.
He might be getting a second-round pick. I don't think he's going to make fucking 65%.
When I watch Hard Knocks, I'm not going to lie, he does kind of look good with that. He looks good in my opinion. But go ahead. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
I don't know. I've been reading that he looks pretty bad, but yeah, especially the other day, he had 8 sacks on him, and then he threw a couple interceptions. He threw an interception. He was way off, but that could be just that day. I don't know, but
well, let's be honest. We had a million OTAs in Green Bay where Rodgers throws 5 picks in one game or one OTA, right? And then he throws 2 interceptions for the whole season. You see what I'm saying?
But I don't know. There's something about him that it's just he's not seeing the field as good as he used to. Well, I mean, his age kicking in where he's not seeing the field like he used to. I don't know, man.
He's old as shit. He might get. Oh man, it's kind of like when John Dorn tries to shoot a turkey. He's like, this was 20 years ago.
I got to put my fucking my glasses on and shit, so I can look on the scope. And
whoa, John Dorn, you're old enough that you can call them spectacles.
Bifolds, you know.
No, I definitely did read that though, that his OTAs were not performing well. I saw
chemistry
what you're
though. I
talking about,
mean,
John.
Yeah,
that's a brand new team. He needs chemistry like any otherybody else would.
But half the fucking half our ex-Packer players are there. They should know the system.
The problem I'm having is when I watch when I watch Hard Knocks, it actually looks like he's getting along with everybody and he's figuring out like he's doing better in this situation. Yeah. That's what it looked like, right? Right, John Dorn?
What's going to happen when he fucking starts losing the first couple of games? I mean, they got the Bills right off the bat. The Bills wiped their ass. Man, he's in a tough city, man. We're us Green Bay Packers. We lose the game. Hey, okay. We get mad, Dolphins, but we're not like the fucking.
Let's not discredit the Dolphins who are coming for their ass. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good team.
He's got a target on his head in the fucking West, bro.
Yeah.
He got a target on his head.
So that was actually a really good evaluation, John, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, I agree with you. So, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and bounce off of everything we're talking about right now.
That was it. What were you guys talking? Dude, I'm not getting a drink.
I'm kicking him. Right now. No, but Rob, we're talking about like the Hard Knocks where like we all kind of got hurt, where it's like it looks like Rodgers is actually very happy.
Bro, I got up in my feet. I told you guys after I watched it first week, I said, come back and talk to me about it. Because
you literally told me to go watch it, and then I watched it, and I went, yup. Well, Rob
bro,
said it's valid.
It got up in my feelings, bro.
I never watched it, so.
I mean, John, listen. I understand Rodgers has moved on, and there's been issues between why he's moved on. But dude, the Jets have given him everything, and he's like embraced it. I mean, he cut them some slack. I mean, it looks like Rodgers is like the coolest, fucking baddest motherfucker out there, bro.
But you know what? What I think, he can pound sand until he fucking retires, and after that, and then okay, you can come back to Green Bay.
You're right, bro. And look, and I understand that, and I just hate the fact that look, I love Goody, and Goody, I guess he just wanted to build his own legacy, and I guess Rodgers didn't play into what he's playing, his plans. I don't know.
See,
I mean, maybe it was the same thing with Favre when it was time for him to go.
But to me, towards the end of the season, end of his fucking career, he seemed like he's fucking bigger than a G. He's not bigger than the fucking G. G's fucking stands for fucking Packers greatness, and he's not bigger than that.
Yeah, I agree. But listen, bro, look, the fact that he's out there at OTAs and he's out there I mean, I think he realized. He realized that's what he got away from here.
Yeah. But he wanted to be the GM too. Look at he's out there and he's fucking bringing all his people, and he's the GM out there too. The GM is kicking back. He's pretty much the coach out there even. He wanted full range of everything.
That's because of what's his name, the offensive coordinator,
Hackett.
Hackett, yeah, because Hackett's out there as the OC, and Rodgers and him are like buddies, bro.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, that's why Rodgers feels so comfortable moving into there, because Hackett's like giving him free reign.
See, what Rodgers going to do? He's going to go and say, "This is what I want. This is the playbook I'm running. This is what we're running." Hackett has nothing to do with it.
The stuff. I mean, even this last week, did you guys see the second episode of Hard Knocks? I mean, they're like the value that Rodgers has brought to them, even the defense. They said they've never seen anybody break down something as much as Rodgers.
Because they never had a quarterback that knows what the fuck they're doing.
I understand that, bro, and that's what we listen. Understand me. We gave that up. We gave that up.
One thing I will say is that this whole thing about like, oh, now that Rodgers is gone, like Packers fans are gonna be like flooding out the yin yang. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, all these. I'm going to shout out David Gray in this.
But listen, bro, look. From what I've seen, Rodgers is right.
Hold on. I'm gonna shout out David Gray in this instance where
I love David Gray. Shout out to David Gray.
this whole thing about you're just a Rodgers lover, like it doesn't turn into that because you know what all of us are doing right now in all of these groups, we're sitting there going, you know what? Now that Rodgers is gone, I don't give a fuck what he does. I genuinely don't care what happens with his career at this point. Do I want him to win a Super Bowl? No, I don't because
I don't either.
We didn't win a Super Bowl. That's all that means to me. The only thing that matters to me is if Green Bay wins. I don't give a fuck. Look, I love Rodgers. He's my second favorite player ever in Green Bay. Antonio Freeman will always be my favorite player. But
shout out to Antonio Freeman.
You know what? You know what? Because Alon Green said my name, maybe he'll be my second favorite player. But anyways, I don't give a fuck what Aaron Rodgers does. He's not on the Packers anymore. I don't care. I genuinely don't give a flying.
I agree with you, Nick. I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying, man.
I'll sit there and go, hey, it'll be like a gentleman handshake. You know what I mean? It'll be like
the only thing that this Hard Knocks thing shows me is that you could see the what do you want to call it? The veteranship, the whatever it is Rodgers had, he took with him over there.
Well, that's
It's all
because
fine
the
and
Jets
dandy,
never
but
had
wasn't-
anybody in that caliber besides Brett Favre at one point in time.
So
Yeah,
congrats
exactly.
to them. Congrats
That
to
was
them for doing that with other teams. Like, fuck both of them. You're not on Green Bay anymore.
Bro,
It's still Love.
I'm all about
Jordan Love is my favorite player today. Right
He's
now.
all happy until he
Jordan Love.
starts losing. Then what?
Say what?
What happens when he starts losing?
Who,
He's gonna
Rodgers?
Yeah,
he's
just
I don't
good
give a
now.
fuck. I don't care if he
No,
loses.
I'm just saying him. I mean, you're saying, well,
So I think this is a good segment right here. Here's the question: Jr., A-Dub, John Dorn, and Rob. If Green Bay doesn't make the playoffs this year, which is very possible, obviously, are you going to sit there and root for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers to win? Because
Fuck no.
No, bro.
personally, I'm not rooting for anybody other than us.
Bro,
Bro,
no
LA
way.
is a fucking G, bro. I'm never going against
Exactly.
Never that. If it ain't this, bro, it ain't nobody.
There was a question in the group somewhere that asked, who's your second favorite team? What do you mean second
I
favorite?
don't have one.
There's not one, bro.
We don't
You
make the
you
playoffs.
can't love one team but have a second one right there.
When I see that double doink, I laugh my fucking ass off. But anybody in the fucking division, if they're in the playoffs or even no.
I remember
fucking root
that.
against it.
We did a show that time when they hit the double doink. You laughed your ass off, bro.
Fuck
I remember that. Was it like last year, 2 years ago when it
Couple years
happened?
ago, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking hilarious.
No, never will there be another fucking team that I would ever root for. So,
No, I agree with you, bro. Jordan Love's our new quarterback, bro. I'm going to.
bro, he's our quarterback, and he's not showing that he's a bitch. He's not showing that he can't handle it. As far as I'm concerned, this is the third fucking Hall of Famer that's coming up, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Get ready.
I wouldn't go that far yet. I wouldn't go that far yet.
Get ready, bitches.
I wouldn't go that far yet, but
I think they're gonna do good. I think their defense is really gonna come out. I think that our special teams will be playing good. All
Look,
around.
man, the defense is going to carry Jordan through his first year of starting, man. The defense, the running backs, the wide receivers. Look, if these guys can all come together, man, I mean, there's no stopping us. Who's going to stop us?
Yeah.
And even if we don't win it all, we're going to win our division and we're going to win double digits. We're going to be, and this is just going to be stuff that Jordan can build off of for next season.
we have one hell of a kryptonite team that we hate. I hate fucking facing in the playoffs. I fucking hate them, and that would be the
49ers?
Niners. That would
Fuck the 49ers. Fuck them cocksuckers, man.
If we make it that far,
It's always been like that, man. Back in the day, it was fucking, what's his name?
I fucking hate them.
Fucking, who was it? Not Joe Nate. God damn it, I can't think of his name.
If we're gonna be talking about San Fran, one of the first things that stands out for them is that almost just like Green Bay, even the 49ers have question marks with their QB issue.
Yep.
They got bigger question marks than we do, as far as I'm concerned.
Brock Purdy is pretty fucking good. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we'll
He's
see.
pretty fucking good.
But he's hurt right now, so they're.
I mean, bro, if they got a quarterback, they certainly got everything around them to make a champion. They got a defense, they got a running back, they got a wide receiver, they got everything. They got a tight end.
Dude, they got it all.
They got it all, bro. If they got a quarterback, you need a leader. That's the solid. That's the hub.
Motherfucking Christian McCaffrey was their quarterback last year.
I would say, like any quarterback you stick in there, they fucking do pretty good. Well, except for
bro, they got at least a fighter's chance at like going all the way. Yeah. You just got to have know how to like keep an offense rolling.
I was gonna say, if you look at it now, the only thing a quarterback's got to be for San Fran is a game manager.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at this team like that's the same kind of role Jordan Love's gonna have. Like this season, he'll be much more of a game manager, if anything.
I agree.
He's got all the talent around him, bro. All the talent.
We got talent. I'm so fucking happy.
Think about
bro, I'm excited, bro. I can't wait for.
We never attacked the middle. We never attacked the middle with Rodgers. Rodgers was scared to throw in the middle. And now this year, he's gone. What are we doing in the draft? We went out there and got Kraft, got fucking Musgrave, and then we got fucking Reed.
Yeah, we got wide receivers and tight ends for the middle.
We're even seeing them. We're doing practice. We're fucking attacking the middle.
To be fair, Rodgers picked and chose who he wanted to throw it to. You had one wide open man, right? You had a wide open man in the middle, and you throw it to the motherfucker.
That's the thing. Rodgers' diva little thing was you had to prove it to him that you were able to carry the load.
So everyone, we're gonna stop the Rodgers bashing. Okay, first of
all, nobody's bashing Rodgers.
Again,
we were just talking about
whoa! I'm about to kick everyone. Okay, listen to me. We're going to stop the Rodgers bashing, first of all. Second of all,
I like Rodgers.
I love Rodgers. I love Rodgers, bro.
I'm just joking. You guys can bash Rodgers. I don't care. But we did meet our time. We hit our quota, and I'm going to end this segment.
Suck. What the hell?
Wait a minute. First of all, tomorrow, we're going to be live tomorrow.
We're going to go live tomorrow, man. I'm down with that.
We're going to broadcast the game, and JR is going to be at the game. He's going to give us...
We're gonna have a group, bro. We're gonna have the leader.
You're gonna go live on our podcast, and you're going to broadcast.
Bill's gonna be there too.
We're gonna sit next to Bill. I'm sitting next to him.
Yeah. So tomorrow when we go live, you're gonna be there. You're gonna jump in before the game. You're gonna give us updates.
We got to start the show like 30 minutes before the kickoff.
That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna broadcast the game live. So everyone, come on to Frozen Tundra Network. We're going to let everyone watch the game for free. JR is going to give us updates.
I love it.
If there's like fights at the game or like
I hope the problem is like I hope my connection is strong there. As soon as the game starts, we all lose connection in that place.
Man. No, I get it. I totally get it.
Bro, you got good seats though, bro. You got good seats, man.
But if there's some fights tomorrow, I want you to put
We got it, bro. We got it.
Put it live. Put it live on this show.
You and Bill got to be down there like sideline reporting, bro.
So
if we need a kicker, you need to run on the field and kick the field goal for Carlson.
I'm going to end the show. Thank you, everybody, for watching and being a part of it, etc., etc., etc. Tomorrow, we are going to broadcast the whole game live, and we'll be here so you guys can watch it for free. JR is going to be on there with live updates, my guy. A-Dub, thank you so much for being on, like, as much as you have been lately. Like, we actually really love you being here.
Fucking A-Dub, man.
John Dorn and Rob are obviously, like, the natural part of our, lineup. So, and I'm your host that Alon Green said my name. So.
Fuck you, Nick.
Fucking Nick.
All I'm saying is thank you, Rob. Thank you, John.
I love you, Nick.
Thank you, JR. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm not joking.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go, Pack, go. Same old line.
The nitty gritty, you guys. We're getting to it. It is getting serious now. Thank you guys for everything. I'm going to end the broadcast right now. Frozen Tundra Network, go.